Hello, everyone. It's your boy Jetblack, the one only here with. And he's eating some Muscle Man applesauce. Ooh, we talked about that the other day. Anyways, we're about to play literally whatever. This time around, I'm gonna be the Beacon, which is like the game master for literally whatever. What we're gonna do is Winslow prefers that we save the live chat until the very end. What I would like to do in the live chat, try and like say stuff about literally whatever. Try to make it based in like the game. I feel like Winslow, once he sees a live chat that actually is focused, might actually like the live chat more, and maybe we can get more live chats up. We don't know that for sure. This is just a theory, a game theory. Anyways, one thing that Winslow used to be somewhat interested in is the idea of you guys playing on the stream. He doesn't seem to fuck with that anymore. You're giving a weird face. So I asked you about it recently, and you were like, no. And then I was like, must have been my
No,
imagination.
I mean, when did I ever go like, yeah?
Okay, so we actually have a video on the channel. This is where I like suddenly was like, yeah, I knew I didn't pull that up my ass. There's a video on the channel where you're like, hey guys, here are the instructions on how to make like your own character. If you guys want to play on the stream, like like you're in it, like it's a you video.
Different version of the game.
That's the title changed, and I guess also your attitude of people playing it online. Like I don't, because I was like updating the description last video, and in it I just used the description from the previous literally whatever, and it
Oh,
says go to this link and you can make it and you can play on stream. It's just in the description, and I'm like, yeah, that was a thing. That was totally a thing. But yeah, um, I'm going to in the live chat right now post a message. That's the same thing as what I just said, because people will tune in later and just have missed that beginning part. They just won't. They'll be like, why isn't he looking at it? So I'm just gonna be like, and I've copied that bitch too. Somebody comes in later and they're like, what do I will paste it. I will just say the same thing. But it's like we're going to read the live chat at the end. Please refrain from discussion not based on the game. Thank you for your patience. And it's like the whole message.
awesome.
Okay,
Thank you.
cool. I have the D&D dice roller thing up. Do you have the dice roller up?
I got you right now.
So I'll take that as a no. He
Now
does
I
it.
have it up.
Okay. That is good. Tell us about your character, because that will be how I like shape your world, whether it be based around or specifically like based not. I don't know. We will see.
Again, I don't have like a table. Real quick, I want to read a difficulty then.
Okay.
Just to keep like a time frame, is keep a frame of mind for like how difficulty should work because this is gonna seem pretty obvious, I guess, but I want to write it down. I didn't want to go into a whole table because I felt like that started getting really complicated, and then to try and make it work for this game might actually break the game more for the way that I wanted to set it up. So instead, what I wrote is difficulty and rank of concentration should go hand in hand. Rank should start based in the abilities of an average human. So like when you start off level one, whatever, in concentration, that's like an average human. Like an average human can't do magic. It's just like not a, so everything starts off like that. Difficulty should be lowered by a small percentage per each level rank. But because it's a percentage, it like builds. So things that were initially impossible for you to do, after like a few level ups, you'll start to build like a pretty thick percentage for like how much you could do them. But the farther in distance it is from like what an actual human could do, um, the lower your percentage actually counts for. Because it's like this is a certain percentage away from like a slightly like above average human thing. And it's like this is like for like a special human or whatever. And then this is the whole tier for the next thing is like a superhuman or whatever.
Um, I understand where you're coming from. It's so vague. What is a check for a normal nigga thing? You're trying to do a normal person thing.
a normal person thing.
Yeah.
Just like no modifier.
And then what are you trying to get? Like, if you were to roll a die for a normal person thing,
Yeah,
what
like
would
above
you?
a five.
Okay, above a five. So a five would fail.
A five would pass.
Okay, a
A
five or
five would like
higher.
barely pass. Yeah.
Okay. And then let's say you're doing something but you don't have a skill for it. And it's not that a person couldn't do it, but if you're not skilled in it, you just probably like wouldn't succeed.
Right.
What is that check?
It depends on what it is, but it'd probably just be like if it's a thing that a normal person could do, but you don't have a skill in it, and you kind of need a skill for it. It would be probably like minus one or two, depending on what the difficulty is.
Okay.
Um, and then something like trying to create wings would be like minus 28. That's just a big thing out of nowhere. Yeah.
Okay. What if you have a skill, but you're not like trained to use it for a specific thing? Like you could be like, I'm like a martial artist. I'm trying to like punch through a wall. And it's like, well,
It
that's
depends on what your like rank. Because again, it's like normal person. If you're like I'm a martial artist, like rank one, probably won't. That'd be like I like started martial arts classes or whatever. Like I know some stuff. It's like that's cool. You probably can't punch through like bricks, like multiple bricks. You probably just can't. If you're like I've gotten a few levels up, and it's like maybe yeah, maybe
okay. So you're like, it just has to do with rank.
yeah. That's really all it. I'm gonna leave it up to your discretion and see what you do.
Okay.
Okay. So my guy's name is Winzlow. His house, well furnished and modern design, underground cave and tunnel system. History. Spent years amassing knowledge to design a perfect lab and use his cave system to move through small tunnels located around the city, around the area. area. Looks like Winslow the Rapper carries backpack with miscellaneous and very technological components in it. Cool. Traits: intelligence, agility, grounded. Skills: physics, based on intelligence. Weaponry, also based on intelligence. Biology, also based on intelligence. Athletics, based on agility. Magical perception, based on grounding. Specialties: technology, based on physics. Parkour, based on athletics. Magical surveying, based on magical perception. So magical perception being like I can see like magic stuff like around. Magical surveying be like I can like size stuff up. This like magic stuff. So then concentrations, circuit manipulation based in application technology. So like I can like change circuits around for a purpose, like to make it do something. Uh, Stealth parkour, like type of parkour specifically based around like being quiet and stealthy. Magical rating, magical surveying. So being like that's pretty powerful, like knowing like the strength or weakness of a type of magic. Magical assessment, magical surveying be like I think I know what kind of magic that should be, like that's gonna make something like die, or that's gonna make something catch on fire, or that's gonna make something freeze. And then reverse engineering based on technology. So essentially like if I look at a thing and I don't know what it is right away, I can like take it apart and like learn about it, and then I'll just like have that the knowledge, like how to use it and stuff.
Okay. And do you have any skill in taking things apart, or would it be like, once I did it,
Circuit
I would get it?
manipulation. Circuit, yeah. So like
No,
taking
wasn't the circuit manipulation you could take it and then like make it do a specific thing?
so circuit manipulation, it'd be like, oh, these components are arranged in this way.
Mm-hmm.
I can like rearrange them, or I could add like another thing that I know what it is, and like make it do a different thing.
Mm-hmm.
Um, so essentially, like putting together circuits, or like rearranging circuits, redesigning circuits. Reverse engineering would be like, I don't know what this is at all. It's a circuit. I don't, or maybe it's not. Maybe it's like a car or something. I'm like, I don't know what this is. Um, I'll like try to figure it out, and then I may like get a little part of it, and then I'm like, I know how this thing in particular works. Cool. I just have the knowledge of that now. So when I like come to another circuit thing, and I'm like, I don't know. Oh shit, that other thing. Yeah, yeah.
Okay.
So when you say like opening, I guess it depends. Like I don't have skills in welding, so if it's like it's welded shut, then I'm like I guess I gotta figure out how to open it because I don't like have that ability. Besides a normal herb, like I could try and break it, I guess.
Okay. In your house, it has. I remember the underground tunnel system because you mentioned it multiple times.
Yeah,
The house itself. Where is that?
it's underground. It's in a cave.
Oh, the whole thing's underground.
Yeah.
I thought you had a house, and then you
And
were
then
like,
caves.
below my house, I have a whole bunch of caves.
No, it's like there's like a thing, and it like it's maybe like a hole or something that's in the ground that like isn't really like super. I'm gonna write that in. Um, unnoticeable hole in a field leads to well-furnished and modern design underground cave and tunnel system. So essentially the idea is like, oh, it just looks like this big field and like grass and shit, and then I'll like walk out there and be like, oh, here's my shit, and then I walk in and I close it and it just looks like a tunnel, like it just looks like grass and shit, and I like go down and it's like, oh, this big ass nice house, and like different tunnels that lead to different parts of the area.
Okay. And it has like a little door thing you said?
It has like a almost what would be like a big metal door thing, but on top of it is just grass. Like it
Right.
just looks like normal grass.
Understandable.
Yeah.
Is it locked?
Now it is.
Is it like airtight and like watertight and shit? Like what happens when it like rains?
Okay. Airtight. Unnoticeable, airtight, blast-proof military bunker hole in a field. Like it's just like it's a really strong thing.
Are the tunnel systems like air conditioned? Or do you get down there and you're like, it's hot as fuck. I just have like no AC. You can have nice couches and shit. I didn't.
Modern design. It's a modern design.
I can have a
house.
modern design bridge and it
So
doesn't have
you're
AC.
telling me when I make it, I have to be like, and it has toilets, and it has a refrigerator.
I'm fine with it having appliances. Does it have AC?
Yes.
This is like a full like citywide tunnel system. Is it air? That's all I'm trying to figure out.
Yes.
Are all the entries and exits camouflaged and locked, and they have like the like if any of them don't have the airtight shit with the water, then it'll be like weather and shit.
That exits are airtight and discreetly.
What about watertight? There could be
If
a
it's
flood or
airtight,
some
it
shit.
is watertight. If it's airtight is like a level of tightness. Discreetly hidden. Each tunnel can be sealed off from the inside of the house.
How do you unlock stuff? Because if it just looks like grass on the top, I'm like, is there like a key in this bitch?
All locking mechanisms controlled by remote.
Oh, yo, Aiden.
Yes.
Do you mind if I tell Colin that you're playing? So kind of like, yo, you didn't tell me that you're playing.
I just think it could be like it's not for me.
Well, that's understandable. Well, no, it's just so that if he is for whatever interest, it's that he's not like upset.
Sure.
Cool. Yo, Colin. Good to see you. We're doing literally whatever thing where I'm like DMing if you're interested.
Oh, cool. Dead or alive?
Oh, cool. Congrats.
if you have time before you leave, is what I'm getting at.
Afterwards, he wants me to help him take apart something at the lab.
Oh, okay. Hey, Aiden.
Yeah.
Normal. Oh, that was one thing I wanted to address. That works. Nice.
Right. Well, I'm not sure if he's gonna use this. This is just like my thing.
This
Don't tell
is
him. Yeah. Yeah.
That works.
Um, I like based on what you said, set like difficulty things.
Yeah.
Uh, dum, 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 dum.
Cool.
Okay. Oh wait, did you address
I
the
carry
so
a
it's
remote.
a remote?
Yeah.
Okay, and it just works on all of them.
Yeah.
If
It has
someone
like a lot of different shit.
if someone got your remote, could they just like
Controlled by.
I think you have a
Got it.
lot based on your house.
Yep.
Okay. So
Implanted electronic device.
like inside like your body?
Yeah.
Okay, so it's like a biopunk thing.
Yeah.
Someone would have to try like pretty hard to like get it out of
Get
you.
it out. Yeah.
Do you like use conventional like airports and shit? Like do you ever go through x-ray machines and stuff like that?
If I had, sure.
Have you in your character's history? It could be important. You could have
Is red.
something against it where it's like it cannot be detected by scanning device. So no, it's not like the TSA has seen like my thing and the government knows about the device or anything like that. Like just hit me up with these defense things so that I know. Like if I like try to do anything involving other people in your house, that I'm aware. But you gotta tell me too, cause you're like typing it. But I'm like, if I try something later and you're like, no, cause you said something, so I already fixed it. I just need to know that.
Biotech looks identical on all scans to normal human anatomy. They just don't see it.
I think it's interesting though. It's like normal human anatomy.
They're like, oh, that's yeah.
Where is it? It's here. That's the last thing I expected. I thought it'd be like
stomach, like in your chest. Yeah. So it's just like,
okay. So, if it was moved to any other part of your body, would it also just like look like where it's supposed to be?
yeah. It's like a, yeah,
What?
like a shielding thing. It's just like no matter what, it just looks like normal human anatomy. It doesn't specifically look like one piece of normal human. It's just like chain. Yeah.
What if you were operated on? Would it still just look like it? Like if
No,
someone
they'd be
like
like, that's
opened.
a thing.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Okay. Um, what is your occupation? What?
I didn't write this. Now it was.
Do I define that?
You can. It
Oh.
doesn't like particularly matter. It's yeah. It's, all the things that are come up with is name, house, history, and the rest is.
Do you start with like a smartphone? Like,
It's
do
up
you?
to you. That's you're the. This is your word. You could be like, it's dinosaur. There are no smartphones.
Okay, I guess.
You
Cool.
can do whatever. Yeah, it's your world.
Okay. Um, so you wake up in the captain's chair of a spaceship.
Do.
You're in space.
Do.
You have a crew.
Do.
It's two women. That's the whole crew.
Okay.
One is like really muscular. Her face kind of looks like a praying mantis, but not like in a gross way. You're like,
But not in a real attractive way.
exactly. You're like, I'd smash. And then the other one, oh, and she seems like rather like muscular.
You described. Yeah.
Oh, I did. And then the other one looks like a praying mantis, but more in a gross way in the face.
Okay.
but she talks fine. You
Yeah.
may not think so based on the thing, but she just speaks normally.
Perfect.
She seems very intelligent, kind of frail.
Awesome.
Okay. They're both looking at you. The strong one goes, "Can I take naps? Is that like a thing we do now? We take naps here?"
No, apologies. Can we get a status report though?
Oh, uh, the one that you like referred to looks around and shit. She like goes up to a monitor and like flicks it and it breaks. She's like, "I broke status report. I broke the
I
monitor."
didn't mean a status report on things you don't normally do. I just meant a status report on what you're doing.
Um,
It looks
you
like you broke a monitor. I'm sorry,
yes.
do you know how to fix the monitor?
You're referring to the other one?
Yes.
Uh, yes. And
Perfect. Can you please repair the monitor?
yeah, no problem.
Thank you.
The bigger one goes, "Sorry about that.
It's all good. What's going on? What you up to?
Um, you're safe. I watched you sleep."
Thank you. I appreciate it. So, um, perfect. Ha- hmm. I'm asking this to you, not to like the thing. I want to look around. Are we moving?
Yes.
Are there like windows?
Yeah, so you're in like the captain's chair of pretty much a generic Star Trek kind of like
So it's like
spaceship
I see
thing.
like a big
Right, yeah.
Star Trek. So it's like there's a big open room and there's like a whole bunch of shit.
It's a
Okay.
general,
It's
not exactly
it's not
like
a
Star
Pirates
Trek.
thing where it's like
No,
fucking...
no.
Gotcha.
Yeah, in generic Star Trek. Don't hit me up with like, "So does that mean that in the third chair
Yeah,
it's yeah." And
Cool.
this is the whole crew.
Got you. Awesome. So, um,
Also the one who went to like fix the monitor, she seems to be currently out of line of sight. Like she didn't just go up to the monitor, she like went somewhere.
yeah. I turned to the one that's with me still. Did you see where she headed?
Uh, I don't really understand what she does stuff.
No, I just mean like where on the ship she headed. You're like
Um,
security, right?
right.
Yeah. Shouldn't you know where places are on the ship?
I do. She didn't say where she was going.
Okay. What's that way? What's the way that she went?
So she went to the rest of the ship, not this room.
The inside. Cool. Okay. So there's no split out. Cool. Awesome. Um, do you feel like where we're going there will be any big security risks?
uh, where do you want to go? Autopilot
Where
is just
and just going right now?
yeah.
Cool.
We don't really
Where
have a
did
mission.
we just leave from Earth?
Where?
Cool. Where did we just leave from? My home planet? How did we get to this point?
You ask a lot of hard questions.
Cool.
I woke up.
Great.
I was on a little pad.
Cool.
The other one, I don't know her name. She was like, "Welcome aboard." I was like, "Where am I?" And she said, "You're security." I walked around. She was like, "Here are some rooms." I don't really remember the rooms. She brought me here. She was like, "He's sleeping. Keep him safe."
Oh, I appreciate it. That's very nice of you.
No problem. I'm sorry about the monitor.
You're all good. I understand. Let me do something real quick. I'll get back to you. Could you do me a favor? You don't really need to mess with anything or touch much. Could you go and figure out where she headed and just ask her what she's up to and come back and let me know?
Uh, do you know your way around? I just don't want to get lost. I only have one job, and it's
No,
like to keep you
you're
safe.
good. Chill,
And I don't.
it's all good. So I'm like trying to see where there's like a computer thing.
Oh, where there's like a computer thing?
I'm not asking the girl. I'm asking. Yeah. I'm looking around trying to see.
So there's like a monitor. It looks kind of like a Commodore 64 kind of thing,
Cool.
and like a cheap like keyboard, but the monitor's broken.
Is that what she did? Are there other ones? No. Just break the fucking command computer? Cool. Um, stay on the bridge. I'll be back.
Wait,
Yeah?
my whole job.
Cool. Come with me.
Thank you.
I walk up. Is there a door?
Yeah.
I walk up to the door.
Okay.
What does it look like?
It's like an automatic door kind of thing,
And so there's no
but it's
buttons,
not
right?
opening right now. There's like a pad next to it. It's like a number pad.
I push in the the code that I know.
So
'Cause
what
it's my ship.
what numbers do you hit?
1877.
Access denied.
Cool. Great. Yep. I sit back down on the chair.
She follows you. She's like, "Are you gonna take a nap again?"
Guess. Yep.
Oh, okay. Are you actually?
Nah. And then I like get up and I go look at the other stuff in the room.
Okay. So there are two other chairs. They're in like a triangle formation. You are the center of the triangle, so the other chairs are like behind you.
Okay.
Yeah. Sorry if that was weird.
Center of the tip. Of
Yeah,
the
you're the tip.
I'm like, there's three, but one of them's the center. What? Cool.
And there's a computer. It doesn't have a chair. You like stand up, you walk up to it, but it's the one with the monitor broken. The chairs aren't at the computer.
Are there like controls to the ship near where my chair is?
You look at your chair. It has a cup holder.
That's it? Cool. Alright.
Heated seat.
I look to where I would. Okay.
Reclining chair.
What do the two other chairs look like besides mine? Like, what do they have near them?
Okay. One of the chairs has one of those airplane neck support pillows.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Cool.
Same like reclining heated seat
Awesome.
features.
Other one.
The other one has two cup holders. The other things and a button that has a microphone on it.
I walk over to that. I press the button with the microphone on it.
Doo doop.
Hello?
I'm sorry. I don't understand what you're saying.
Open.
Wait, what? Did you hit it again? Like I don't.
Yeah.
Doo doo.
Open door.
I'm sorry. I don't have the code for open door.
Hit button.
Doo doo.
Request code.
Request code from Manta Ugly. Waiting for response. Waiting for response. Waiting for response. The door's open. Stop. Stopping. It's the chick. She like hits the a command on the door. The door's closed. She's like holding like a new monitor.
I'm like, oh, perfect, thank you. Can you like set it up for me real quick? Also, I'm having like a little bit of amnesia for some reason. Can you explain to me what I need to know? Like door codes, like how to pilot the ship.
All you need to know is where you want to go. Where do you want to go?
But does that mean does that mean that you're going to try to do the thing for me, or can you teach me how to do the thing?
So what I've done
Right.
is I stole this ship.
Cool.
I then grabbed two people who I thought would be useful.
Cool.
And I don't really have a plan of where I want to go. I just know that I want to like manage this ship.
So you stole me to
Kidnapped,
be a captain.
technically.
Kidnapped me to be a
She's
captain.
like doing the
and you want to be
monitors.
middle management.
Well,
Between me being your boss and this other person being your subordinate?
Well, she's security. I'm like the brains.
Oh,
You can like pick where we go, and we can go on it. And you on the planets,
yeah.
you can be like, big dick. Yo, I run this whole
Sounds
ship.
great.
You can do whatever you want. She's like changing out the monitor. She's like, oh, come over here, Manta Beauty, and like the one who's like muscly. She's like, take that monitor. You can play with it, and she just like starts setting up the new monitor.
Sweet.
Manta Beauty's like, what do I do with it?
I'm like, hey, I got you. Manta, do you have
What? They both say what?
Manta ugly?
Oh yeah.
Yeah. Do you have a screwdriver?
What?
Something to take apart the monitor, see what components are in it. That's my whole thing.
I can like go get you one.
Can you tell me the access code for the door?
Nope.
Are you gonna kidnap me?
I did.
Oh, great.
This is that.
Great.
You are kidnapped.
Great.
You were...
Manta ugly. Grab her. Your security. Grab her.
Manta Beauty's like, you can try, and Manta Ugly's like, I'm holding the. Do you want me to drop? I want to break it more.
Why won't you tell me the code to the thing when we leave?
I don't know the code.
What?
It's the one holding the monitor.
You don't know the code?
The one holding the
Oh.
broken monitor. You were talking to
Manta
her.
ugly.
Yes, she's like got the monitor hooked up.
Why
That's
won't
like
you tell
displaying
me
like star
the-
charts and shit.
Thank you. Why won't you tell
No
me
problem.
the code to the door?
You are kidnapped.
Right.
Right.
So you understand my whole thing is just technology.
But I'm sure you got places you want to go, right?
I sure do. What if I just learn the code to the door?
You can try.
Bet I will.
Okay.
Sweet.
You go for it.
Sweet. Let's go back to my home planet.
Oh, well, I don't think we can go places that like don't exist.
Did you make me?
What? No, I kidnapped you. I mean, it definitely did exist.
So you blew it up.
No.
Something blew it up.
Blow it up is
So it died.
it died. What the fuck does that mean?
It's not habitable.
There was a big like whoosh and it's not there. It's not a thing. We don't know what happened. Blow it up is just very specific.
Perfect. Okay. What's the nearest habitable planet?
Oh, okay. Well, now we have the monitor up.
Yep.
Uh,
Let's do that.
I can help with that.
Thanks. That's real Yep. That's a cool monitor.
Okay. The nearest habitable planet is
Do you have any information on that planet? What the inhabitants are like? What it is?
Yeah. Okay.
Sweet.
So a lot of people call it Africa for short. It's like the first like four like letters.
Gotcha.
A lot of orange hills.
I'm talking people, society, stuff like that.
Oh, so you don't give a fuck about terrain, I guess.
No.
Oh, okay.
Air have oxygen breathable to humans.
Yeah, they have like breathable air.
Sweet.
You asked for a habitable planet.
Yep.
I wouldn't take you somewhere you just die.
Appreciate
I
it.
kidnapped you for a reason.
Appreciate it.
You know, if I wanted to kill you, you'd be dead already.
Appreciate it.
I would have told her to just murder you. That'd be weird.
Why are you in control of her? What?
What? Who kidnapped you guys?
Oh, I'm
And
sorry.
then Manta Beauty's like, you did. It's like that's the smartest thing you said all day. Because Manta Beauty's like, thank you. Manta Ugly is like, so yeah, so did what was the last question you asked? Before you said some stupid shit? I don't
People, civilization.
Oh yeah, I got
that
you.
way. Yeah.
So everybody is like a ball.
A ball.
Yeah, they don't have like limbs.
Perfect. Do they sell shit? Are they like a commercial society?
Not really. They have a bunch of like tunnels and they just roll through the tunnels,
Cool. I
and
don't
they
give a
eat
shit
the
about that
minerals
place.
on the planet.
Yo, I don't give a shit about that place. Take me to a place that's like a democratic, modern, where'd you get this shit from?
I don't want to go back there. Do you want
Let's
to go
do
back
yes.
there? Well, we'll probably die.
Fine. Fuck them.
Okay.
They'll probably die.
Ooh. All right. Well, I guess that's what I get for kidnapping stupid niggas. She like types into the thing, and then she's like, "It'll be like a few hours, but the course is set."
Cool. What's that place like?
What's that place like?
Yeah.
So it's pretty much just a space station where they make new top of the line ships.
Great.
This is like the most modern ship that you can get for just like cruising around, not for like defenses and shit. Yeah.
Great.
So we're gonna go
Super cool.
where they
Super
make
cool.
the shit
Yeah.
that can just kill us.
Okay, well first, where's like okay, what planet does the owner of that company live on?
Well, let me search that up real quick.
Thanks. What's the name of that company, by the way?
The name of the company, I got you. Separate search. Okay.
Why is that a search? You missing?
Okay, so the company's name is Dakvaja Fakasa La Djivdija.
What? What's the planet of the person who owns or the group that owns the company? Cool, what's that place like? Tell me about the people and the civilization.
Okay.
They
So
obviously sell shit.
they are humanoid android 3D printers.
3D printers. Are they gonna be mad at us when we get there?
To the planet where they are?
Yeah.
It's kind of like a private resort planet.
Cool, let's go.
Okay. I mean, I imagine we'll show up and they'll be like, "Do you have like the code to land?" And I'll be like, and they'll be like, "Then you can't land." And we'll probably get attacked. You want me to?
Hit up like a society, like a place that is well rounded.
What does that mean? They all went to college? Like I don't.
They they don't do one thing. The places you've described so far, like they just roll around, or
That
they just
planet's
sell
really
ships.
interesting. You shat on it really quickly. Their minerals seem to self-sustain that entire population.
Yeah, that's crazy.
It's valuable
Yep, just like
to
plants.
collect the minerals.
Just like plants. Wow.
But if you just have you can eat that your whole life.
That's crazy.
You wouldn't have to eat other food.
For those ball shits.
No.
not me.
It would work for us too.
I don't know that you know my anatomy well. You just kidnapped me.
You thought I kidnapped you and didn't do my research?
Yes.
Nigga, I got a computer right
You
here.
don't know why? You can't do enough research.
Bullshit. You got a house, but it's an underground tunnel system.
Hey,
for you to take.
Manta Beauty, if I killed her, like, what would you do? Nothing, because you'd still be stuck on the ship, and if you killed me, you'd die? Yeah.
I'd die?
Yeah, there'd be nobody else, and you don't know how to pilot the ship.
She's like stumped.
Cool.
She's like, my whole job is to protect you.
Right.
I don't think I would kill you.
Oh, that's perfect. I look for, well, first off, I do, like, energy sense shit on the Manta Ugly.
As you're doing energy sense shit on Manta Ugly, she like is running. She's like trying to get to the door. She doesn't.
I like bolt the door because I have the agility shit. I like jump over shit. I'm like going through really quick.
Are you gonna use the stealth
Agility.
parkour?
Not stealth, just parkour.
Just parkour?
Well, yeah, sure, fuck it, because I get an additional bonus for it. Yeah, why wouldn't I?
You're gonna use stealth parkour. Okay.
So that's +4 to my shit
Okay.
to try and get to the door before she does.
Cool. Did you roll?
Before it closes. Sure. So +4. Let me see. I guess D10 modifier +4. 13.
13?
Yeah.
Okay. And then I have additional modifiers that I'm putting on
Yeah.
it. Okay. Yeah, you definitely get it.
Do it.
So yeah, are you trying to beat her to the door?
Trying to get to. If she, like. Has she opened the door already?
No, 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 no. She was running to it, but you just like stealth parkoured like over chairs.
Yeah.
They're really only chairs in the way. You probably could have went around the chair because it's like a
No,
triangle.
That's not as
You
close.
were like,
Parkour over.
you probably
I'm
parkoured
gonna-
over like one chair.
Yeah. I'm going to try and tackle her in such a way. Ooh, first off, so I get shit for it. What's my XP?
Oh, what's your XP?
Yeah.
Fuck. You get 9 XP.
9. Awesome. Do it. Alright. Wait. No, it's just my thing plus my modifier. So I get 13, right?
Oh, so even if you have negative modifiers on the roll, it's not the result of the roll. It's just the.
Well, because how would you get, like, if I lost, I'd get negative XP?
I think you would only get XP that netted you over, like 0. So even if you lost, it would just be like.
When we played your game,
Mhm.
wouldn't it, like, would you roll that? And then I'd be like, oh, you lost, but you still get your whatever XP.
Well, you still would get the XP. What I'm saying is like.
But I mean, when you played, like, I never
Right.
told you what my rolls were as the beacon. I just told you, like, whether you won or lost. And I'd be like, but you still get your whatever XP.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
So even.
So there would have been no.
So I
XP.
never have to reveal what the.
Mhm.
Other than just what it is in game.
Yeah.
Oh, okay, cool.
Yeah.
Cool.
So. Yeah, I want to try and tackle her, but in such a way that I don't, like, get bitten by her mandibles.
Okay. Do you have any like concentrations that help with that specifically?
So parkour's under athletics.
Well,
Athletics under agility.
athletics will help, but it's not the same as like
It's
having like a full on like skill.
That shit. Yeah.
Yeah,
No, I agree.
yeah. I'm just asking before I like say like do a roll,
Yeah.
because I want to know what kind of like negative to put on it. Is it anything that you have like a specific like tool to help you satisfy this thing? And if so, like how are you using that tool to help you satisfy this thing? If you were like a football player, I'd be like, you probably just kind of get it. You just understand how to like tackle and like yeah. But you're like circuits, and I got some parkour, which means I'm good at like climbing like objects and
my
shit.
Skill is athletics.
Athletic, right? That will help you.
So it's like +2.
Right.
At least, right? Cool. And then if you choose to include parkour, really no parkour or shit to do with that. So no.
Yeah,
It doesn't
yeah. It
go
would
past
just
the
be
skill,
athletics that
which
would
is
help
2.
you.
Yeah,
Yeah.
because trait and skill.
Okay, hit me up.
Sweet. So with a +2 modifier.
Mm-hmm.
4 though.
No.
Yeah.
No, and that's with the +2.
Yeah.
Oh
It was
no.
a 2 +2. Yeah.
Oh hell no.
Okay.
So now it's up to me to decide whether or not you failed to tackle her or you failed to tackle her without getting hit by the mandible shit.
Right.
I guess that's just my discretion at that point. You, the normal number was 2. You like missed her. You like tried to tackle her, but you were just slightly like off.
Now I'm gonna try and get up and immediately try and put myself between her and the door, so she doesn't like continue to run to the door.
That'll probably be like another athletics thing.
But
Also, she
parkour would be like speed.
parkour would be if you're like, I'm gonna leapfrog over this bitch. Like she's the obstacle between me and the door, so I'm gonna like ute to ensure that I'm like between.
Sure.
Okay. Yeah, then you can use parkour. And how much is that plus?
4.
4. Okay.
13 again.
Okay, then you get that.
Sweet.
Okay, so she.
So I parkour over everything. I miss, I fall, and then I'm like, ah.
Yeah, you only get it because of the leapfrog part. Like she probably was like about to finish typing in the code and then you over her shoulders and yeah, you're now like in front of her.
Dope.
But you'd probably not be facing her. You probably would be facing the door.
Dope.
I think she tries to go for that neck, like with the mandibles.
Dope. I'm gonna like you downward, and then I'm gonna try and like hit her.
Well, my question would be, do you have anything that would give you because I understand if you were like I turn around. Do you have any awareness that would be like I know mandible neck like I told
Specifically,
you, but it's
yeah.
not something you'd see.
That's true. No, because I don't have like perception or anything. I just have like agility stuff.
Okay, so what do you do? Like I told you that information, but it's not
Yeah.
something you would know.
So I would probably just try and like turn around really quickly.
Okay, you would
I
see, and
imagine.
she'd be probably pretty close.
Ooh, shit! Wait a second. Wait a second. Before I like go for rolls or anything,
Okay.
biology. I have biology as a skill. I'd be like mandibles, neck. I can probably infer.
I'd probably have you roll on that. You can somewhat
Yeah,
how much of a bonus is
+2.
biology? Plus two.
Yeah,
Um.
because it's under intelligence biology.
Okay. There's gonna be a neg on it, but like hit it up.
Is it gonna be like a crazy night?
It's not too crazy. It's
Okay.
-4,
Okay.
but you have +2 on
Yeah.
it.
7.
7. Was that with the minus
Yeah.
4? Oh, okay.
Well, with the +2.
That's with the +2. So then the 7 -4, you got like a 3.
Oh, so no, it just didn't work.
Yeah, you still get the XP though.
Yeah.
So
Wait, yeah.
so you try to I want you to describe how that failed. So you tried to use
I tried
biology
to like think about like she should probably. So I guess I
to,
just didn't think about it.
to infer
Yeah.
whether how she was going to react.
Yeah.
What is Okay, so we know that you're not going to come to the conclusion of mandibles.
So, like, I
But
didn't
let's say
actually-
you did think.
Right.
What do you think she's going to do? If you're like, I don't think mandibles. Because that's what you failed at. You failed
Right.
at getting the specific.
I guess like try to go for like a grab or something.
Praying mantises do that.
Yeah.
That's realistic.
Yeah.
That makes
So then I'd be like,
right. You go
shit.
for like a push kind of thing,
Yeah.
but that still can work in your favor.
Yeah.
So you push her like back.
Do I need to do a check for that? Because that's just an actual action.
That is just an actual action. Do you have any like?
Athletics.
It's yeah, athletics. I'm like, do you have any other skill that'd be good at pushing? Yeah,
I could use biology.
or like
but I don't think I'd
resisting a
use
grab, because that's another way that you could look at it.
athletics.
You're like, that's it. You're like,
Yeah.
that's the only
I don't have a
thing
specialty
for this kind of
that.
yeah. Okay.
+2. I'm gonna go for it. 10.
10?
+2. Yeah.
Okay, 8 + 2, and that's a normal nigga thing. I didn't give you any negative. People push
Okay,
niggas
yeah.
all the time. So you push her back. It's not like a crazy push,
Yeah.
but like she doesn't mandible you. You see that she
Yeah.
was trying to like bite at you.
I'm like, ah.
Yeah. That's when Manta Beauty is gonna rush in.
To like help.
Yeah,
Yeah.
she's gonna try and run to get in the middle, but it seems like she's kind of slow. She's kind of muscle bound, so
Okay.
she's moving, but nowhere as fast as Manta Ugly moves. She seems to move faster than you, and not as fast as you. You seem to be like the mid tier
Quicker.
speed
Not
guy.
as fast as you.
She
Is Manta Ugly faster than me?
Manta Ugly is faster than you.
Okay.
You parkoured
Surprising.
to get between you and the door thing.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's just surprising if she's faster than me, how I somehow beat her.
Well, it was because of the
Parkour.
parkour
But
thing.
Okay.
Because she technically makes it to the door. She
Yeah.
fully beats you to the door.
Yeah. I
She's
just was
putting the
like,
code
you-
in as you like hewed over her.
Yeah.
It just wasn't enough time for her to finish putting the code in.
Okay. So
Yeah.
then- ooh. I know what I'm. How like I just want to like look real quick before I
Okay.
do an action. When I'm looking at her, because I turn around and push. What do I see? Like, how far away is she from like like is she like back to a rail or some shit, or like
You're like,
what's
what's in like this location?
yeah.
So for the location, right? Um, you're at a door that's like here, and then let's say like 2 yards away is like not even 2 yards. 4 yards away is like the captain's chair, and then let's say
She's like in between, because I'm
she's probably in between the two chairs that make up the base of the triangle.
but I mean
She
she's like
probably
in front of
braces
me.
herself on the chairs.
Okay, perfect, cool. I'm gonna try because this is a parkour thing. I'm gonna try to like front flip and like swing my legs out so I like kick her in the head.
Seems like your landing's gonna be weird.
Yeah,
We'll see how that goes.
I'm not attempting to like go for a perfect. I'm trying to specifically go for
Right. It,
Hail Mary kicker.
going for some weird WWE stuff.
Yes.
I'm gonna say the negative modifier on that is 4, but you get that +2.
That's fair. Yeah. Okay. Let me see. Wait. Plus. Plus
Also
3. Parkour.
because it's
It's agility,
athletics, then parkour,
and then stealth parkour. Yeah.
and then stealth parkour is a plus.
4.
Okay.
Yeah.
And normal parkour is 3.
Yeah.
Okay, cool.
Because I feel like it'd take away some of the power if I'm like I'm trying to sneakily. Yeah.
She never sees it coming. I'm gonna say she's going to try to react, but she's a little fuzzled.
Yeah.
She's not like fully there.
So it's a -4 plus 3, 13.
That's like the total.
Modifier plus 10, 13.
So -4 +3. And what was the original number you got?
I got 10 for my roll. Modifiers 3, 13.
10 for your roll. And then you got +3, and I gave you a -4?
Yeah.
And that includes the -4?
No, I didn't do a -4 because I can only do my roll.
Right,
You're
right,
supposed
right,
to
right,
do
right.
Your roll.
Oh, I'm just giving you like modifiers.
Oh.
Yeah, I'm
You're
just
supposed
saying.
to roll for the other thing.
Well, my thing was I feel like because you're trying to do parkour to do like an attack,
Yeah.
I'm like what you're trying to do, I feel like is more of like a specialized thing. Like if you were like a martial artist and you were like I do like a air flip kick, I'd be like that makes sense. But you're using like a different specialty for something that's not yours,
Right.
which is why I'm like it's so hard.
Still, that would be a 9.
Oh no, you still got it.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, I'm just saying that's why I'm giving you like that's my mental reasoning for the difficulty.
Yeah, I don't mind the difficulty. What I'm saying is, when I do an action, you're also supposed to roll against it.
With
Like-
like a do you
Yeah.
feel like that's necessary or do you think it ends with like the same kind of thing?
Well, I think it's also like the other person's like how good or bad. Because your thing is like a 4, so it means like they are like in essentially a zero circumstantial, and their like ability to react is 4.
What?
So like yeah, so rolls are like circumstantial. Like your bonus is like how good you are at the shit is
Mhm.
going to determine that. The roll is like a circumstantial thing. So I'm like, I could be the best, like I'm as prepared for this shit, like everything works out in my favor the best it could, plus the 3 modifier. So then your roll against me would be like, how like in
Good
the
is
zone
like
she-
her shit.
Right. So it'd be, your roll would be a 4 modifier, bonus 4 modifier
To her
that,
for her to
and
dodge.
then, yeah.
Okay. I will roll that now. So I don't think it should be applied twice. Like I think her thing shouldn't get any pluses.
Then
You
you
just
could
get
just-
your neg.
Then that's how you
Yeah.
determine things, but you should still roll.
I just rolled. Yeah, I was.
Okay, so
It
you're
was
like,
just. I don't want to add. Yeah, I was like, that doesn't make it because you already took the neg. That makes it more like a -8 if I
Yeah.
add to hers too. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Yeah. Um. So, with that being put in, you got a 9.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. You goot. She got like a 8. So she was, she was like ready to like
Wait, no,
try
I
and
got a
not get fucked.
13.
No,
Unless
remember
you give
you
me
get the
then it'd
-4
be
on your
plus
thingy.
4 for her, so it's 13. She got an 8. So then.
I don't think you should do a plus and a minus.
No, it's not.
Because
A
then
plus
it's
and a
-8.
minus. You take, if you're like, it's a -4 against me, that
Right.
means it's not a -4 against me, it's a +4 to her roll. And then her roll subtracts from my roll
What?
to give the full. Yeah, that's how
What
it
the
works.
fuck?
Yeah.
So,
So it's like circumstantial plus modifier, circumstantial plus modifier against each other, whichever one's higher wins.
so you're like, because I'm not giving you the -4 because of her.
Right.
It's because I feel like you're trying to do something that doesn't fully fit your skill set. Like you're like, this is a parkour thing, and I'm like, that's true, but
But
that's for
even-
like getting over things,
Agreed.
not for like
But
hitting people.
even like still, that's like a modifier for the other thing, because you should be rolling even if I'm not against another person.
So you feel like it should be
Like if I'm trying
your
to do a thing,
modifiers are the only
and
thing
you
on your
roll.
roll,
yeah,
and then my things are on a D10 that gets pluses,
put against mine. Well, it depends.
and then it subtracts out,
yeah,
and then it feels like a more complicated thing.
well, because it's a comparison between the two numbers. So it's like both of us roll a d10.
Mm-hmm.
I use whatever modifiers I have as the player, as I've set up and as I level.
Right.
Your thing is you were like, based on like
How
what
difficult the
how
thing
difficult
was.
it is, you either do minuses or plus. Pluses for you will be make it harder for
For
me.
you.
Right. But if you
Minuses for me,
make it
easier for you.
Yeah.
Which I understand. I feel like they both accomplish similar things, but one just sounds more complicated.
Well, instead
So-
of having to go by like there's a base level that if you need to get over it, then it's just like as long as you got one over it, you're good.
Well, I mean, this ends up constituting a similar thing. So, should I not -4 you for your thing, but +4 the other
Your
thing?
roll, yeah.
So,
it's
yours
the
is
same
flat 13.
Yes. Yours
And then-
is 12.
Well, yeah.
Yeah.
So then 1.
Yeah.
The fuck does that
It
mean?
just means I got it. Like if you get over the thing.
Oh, as
'cause
long
they're
as the
compared,
difference
it's
is.
positive.
It's the same thing.
It is.
Why
It's
is it
just
so much
because
more?
The other one doesn't account for circumstances on your end. Now it does. Is how they do?
Because what I was going to do, right, Aiden, was you get the -4.
Right.
I rolled the d10, but specifically for people. Like, if a person's
Right.
doing something against it, I rolled the d10. They don't get any pluses unless they have, like, a particular skill. You know what I mean? And then, if your thing was higher with the negs and the pluses on yours than the other person, then you goot them. If that makes sense. So I originally was going to go like, whatever you roll, -4, because it's kind of like a harder thing. If it's higher than whatever she rolled, she doesn't get any special pluses because she's not like, I'm a skilled dodger or whatever. You know, like she didn't have like a bonus. If your thing was just higher than hers, good.
Right.
You know what I mean? Like, are you like, no?
It's just, I need to write that. I actually wrote myself a little note, but that's just the way that it is. Because, like, say, circumstantially, she's like, I was braced against the thing, which allowed me to push harder and duck, or whatever. Or I, like, wasn't aware because I was dizzy. That's what, like, circumstantial shit counts into effect. If it
Understandable.
was like she went for a flat 10, but it was +4, I lose because of her circumstantial, like, setup.
Understandable. I still don't feel like she gets a +4 though.
No, that's fine.
Cool.
I'm just saying, like, in the future for rolls. Like, that's
Okay.
how rolls are done. Yeah. My bad.
Okay. So here is. Oh yeah.
Yeah.
So
Did I
you gooted her,
Gotcha.
but now you're gonna like fall on the floor.
Yeah.
and you're gonna fall weird, probably backwards on your head based on the way that you did the flip kick thing.
Fair.
Um, I
Do I
guess
have like? I'm sorry. Go ahead.
you got like kidnapped from like normal like it's not like you
Yeah.
have like special armor or like captain's gear or anything
Right.
weird like that.
I guess what I was gonna ask is, do you think I'm gonna leave this completely up to you? Do you think I have the timing to react? I don't have any like special. I have agility, but I don't have like super perception or whatever.
Um, you could try to use athleticism to
Because
like
I could also.
attempt to
I feel
react
like I could use parkour for that too.
for like the recovery on like the landing
Yeah,
thing. You
it's like a type of acrobatic.
mm, it's parkour is so specific. I would say athleticism probably works a little bit better. Parkour, I think if you were like, I'm trying to get from this location to another location, fuck everything between me and that, I'd be like, that just works fine. I think when you're like, but there are certain
Recovery.
smaller aspects of parkour, I'd be like, if that isn't the specific thing, like concentrations, I think make more sense for that.
Yes.
I feel like this is too general to be like big ass boost.
Fair enough. Okay. Cool. So plus three. Plus three. Fuck. Got a five
You got a five?
with the like two plus five. Plus three modifier. Five.
Okay. And then yeah,
I
you,
ate shit.
you like
Yeah.
hit that ground.
Yeah.
Um, let's see. So
What
now,
is going on with her? Oh, I'm sorry.
oh no, you're good. You take 9.
I take 9 health.
Yeah, and she took
So
12.
okay. So I took 9. So 91. Cool.
Okay.
She
And
took 12.
mm-hmm.
Where is Manta Beauty?
Manta Beauty has now like made it to where you guys are.
Sweet.
Um, she's gonna try and stand between you
I'm like,
guys.
grab her, like hit her or something.
She's like, she can't get past me. And Manta Ugly is like, oh fuck. Like this is like she is like hurt.
And I'm like, I'm gonna go and attack her.
And then Manta Beauty's like, that's like not a part of like my job thing.
Fuck it. I like run toward uh, Manta Ugly.
While you're running toward Manta Ugly, Manta Beauty, keep in mind, is like between you two.
Yeah.
Manta Ugly is gonna try to get behind the chair, like as cover. Because right now she's like, sorry, behind sounds weird. Because she's already behind the chair. In front of the chair to try and like take cover kind of thing.
Okay.
Yeah, it's kind of like if you're
I
running
wanna
toward.
reach in my bag. Like I wanna like kind of feel around, see if I have like a weapon or something.
Okay. You're going to probably just get something at random, only because of the fact that you're like, and I'm like actively running, and there's like shit in my way, and it's just there's a lot going on.
Okay, so then I guess I'll stop and try and go back toward the door so I don't leave the door exposed.
Oh, interesting. So if you're gonna, that gives more time for
Yeah.
Manta
So,
Ugly,
yeah.
and she's gonna be like,
Yeah.
um, she's going to move from the captain's chair and dart toward her own chair.
Okay.
Okay? And you're just like holding position at the door?
And I'm gonna like be feeling in my bag. I'm not like looking, but I'm like
Like,
looking
just
at her
feeling
and
in the
like
bag.
wanting to feel around for stuff.
Okay. You feel like there's like a pad with like buttons? Like whatever you're currently touching.
Yeah.
Pad with buttons. Do you feel for like another thing?
I try and feel more of that. Like it's just a pad with buttons.
More
There's
of
nothing
that?
else?
There's like a small screen on it
No.
and something else that feels like a screen on the same thingy.
Then no, not that.
No?
I'll go for something else.
Okay. You feel like this weird cardboard container, square shaped thing?
Nah.
No. Okay. You feel this like kind of long, thin wood thing.
Sure.
Okay. You pull out a ruler.
Dope. Got this ruler. I'm ready. Does it have like a metal side?
um, it has like a plasticky side. It's like a blue colored thing on the side, but it's wood.
Okay.
Yeah.
Ready.
Okay. Manta Ugly is like, you can chill out.
I'm like, you better give me the door access code. You're not kidnapping me anymore. One of us will die on this ship.
We'll see about that. Doo doo. Start making drones. Okay. 3D printer. Okay, the drones are gonna come at any time now.
Through the door? Is that where they're gonna come through? Through the door?
Ooh, you can think that.
I look for other places the drones might come through.
As you look at like the ceiling, there's like tiny like vent things. They don't look very big. But you're like, I don't know where else they'd come from.
I feel like she's just lying. I feel like they're gonna come through the door.
She's like, so are we gonna just go on an adventure now?
Are you just gonna treat me like an equal and not try and kidnap me?
No, that already happened.
Oh, then no, one of us is gonna die.
mm,
You either treat people with respect and as your captain, or one of us is gonna die. Really, two of us could. You'll be back at square one and have your ass beat. Best case scenario.
we'll see who gets whose ass beat. I just gotta wait on these drones. You can surrender now. I don't know what the fuck that is. It's not gonna stop these drones. Believe that.
I reached in my bag. I'm like, get her. I whispered to Manta Beauty, get her.
Manta Ugly's like, you bad at whispering. Manta Beauty's like, it's cool now. She's not like doing anything.
She's gonna fucking kill us. She called drones.
She said she won't if you like stop.
What?
What?
You're on her side? What the fuck?
You're not in danger currently.
So if I put myself into the drones are gonna come, and then you're just gonna get killed.
If the drones try to hurt you, I'll fight the drones.
So you're preventative. You're not preventative. You respond to shit.
I mean, you think I'm an Avenger or
Cool.
something?
Hey, protect me by canceling the drone.
I,
Captain. All you gotta do is walk over there, and then if she attacks you, guess what? You're protecting me. You're protecting my protector.
Manta Ugly's like, that's not how that works.
I'm like,
That's
you don't
not.
make the rules.
Yes, I did. And
Shut
then
the
Manta
fuck up.
Beauty's like, she is my boss. She is the one who like hired me to do
She
this.
didn't hire you. She kidnapped you.
What? Aren't I getting paid? Manta Ugly's like, you're all getting paid.
I'm like, fuck you. Then what? But you don't have a plan? How the fuck are we getting paid?
I can get you money.
Oh, that's bullshit. No, you're not.
No. Ooh, ooh, you want me to give you money? I can just give you money.
That's why I don't think it's.
Ooh, it is. Ooh, why are you lying?
Okay,
You
then
don't
cancel
know.
the drones and call money.
Nigga, I'll give you money first. Those. I'm gonna prove to you I have the money. You're not getting paid at the end of the month if I'm paying you right now. And then once you see money, stop with this mutiny shit.
Mutiny shit.
Ooh, don't act like that's not what this is. I laid out the hierarchy. I let you know.
Continuing to feel in my bag. I still have the rules.
You feel something long, bent, and oddly soft.
What? Long, soft like what?
Like mushy.
Mushy. Does it feel alive?
It feels like it has a skin.
Like it has a skin. Cool. I'm gonna pull that out.
You pull out like a rotten banana. Then Manta Beauty's like, what is that? What is
That's
what?
my gun.
Manta Ugly is like, you stupid bitch. That's a, your gun is leaking.
You're
I don't
done
think
now.
it's not a gun.
Like you're done.
Just
now.
let me pay.
I throw the banana at her. Athletics. Throw the
Banana at her. She's gonna try to dodge.
Bet. She's also been having those good reactions. Fuck 3 with the modifier.
3 with the modifier?
Yeah. I got 1 plus 2
Um,
in athletics.
with like no modifier, she had a 9.
Fuck, cool. So she's just like.
Oh, that was a great gun. Thank you for handing it to me.
Yeah,
Yeah, do you just want your money? You don't have to do the
I'm
mutiny.
reaching.
What are you doing?
I'm reaching.
Stop reaching. The first thing the drones are gonna hit is that fucking bag. Are you believe that?
The first thing they're gonna hit is that banana on the. You can die.
See, that's not a gun. I knew
I
it.
can call a gun a banana. How do you know what it is? You don't know what a banana is?
I know that's not a gun. She points
You
at
don't
the.
know.
It's just rot. It's like brown banana
I'm
paste.
like still feeling.
So you feel around. You feel something. It's long, metallic, but it's still like hand size. There's a weird C shape, and more like a U shape at the top. At the bottom of it, there's like a little hole.
Cool. I'll pull that out.
It's a wrench.
Better. Hey. You fuck now.
Do you still have the ruler? What'd you do with the ruler?
I'm gonna give the ruler to Manta Beauty. Be like weapon.
Manta Beauty's like not like right next to you.
Okay, I'm like Manta Beauty. Where's she at?
She's like in between you and Manta
I'm
Ugly.
like Manta Beauty, and I like hand her the ruler.
She has to walk up to you. She's like yards away.
I like am stepping closer to her.
Manta Ugly's like, bet? I'll intercept the fuck out of You're not. There's
You'll
no
intercept?
way. Yeah.
With this writ, you're gonna intercept between me and her for me to hand her the
I'll
ruler.
dodge it.
I'm
A
not
matter of
throwing
fact,
it at
I'll
you.
take the fucking wrench.
Bad.
Ooh. How are you gonna stop me?
How am I gonna? Stop?
Everybody's like kind of inching forward at this point. Like Manta Beauty's also moving, and Manta Ugly's like, bitch.
I'm gonna be like, Manta Beauty, do you want this or not?
Manta Beauty's like, I'd probably just break that.
Cool. I throw it to the side. I'm like,
How far to the side do you throw it?
not the wrench, the ruler.
I know. How far to the side do you throw it?
Fuck it. Wait, can I change my
What?
feet?
No.
Damn it. Just like right next to my feet.
Nigga,
Just,
that's not even
yeah,
throwing to the
just,
side.
yeah.
Mhm. Okay.
I don't.
Yeah, I was
No,
I
I
like, got him, bitch.
No.
Manta Ugly is like, okay, I see you. Just gets back to the chair.
I'm still walking closer.
You're walking closer?
Yeah.
She's like, hand on chair. Getting like in position.
Yeah.
She's eyeing you and something behind you.
Drums. Cool. I start going back to the door.
She then just like keeps looking.
Cool. I'm reaching in my back.
Okay. You feel it seems kind of flappy, rectangular, and on one end of it you feel like a lot of like wire. But it's like coiled. And it's like along the side of like it.
Cool. What is that?
You pull it out. What do you pull it out? Like what hand? The wrench hand?
No. Because I threw the ruler to the side. I have a free hand.
Okay. It's like a notebook.
I put it back. I remember where I put it, and I put it back. So I don't try and grab for it again.
Okay.
Reach.
You feel it's kind of plasticky, rectangular again. Suddenly, up the vents.
What?
It's kind of like bees,
Yeah.
but out the vents are like these tiny like metal drone things or whatever.
Dope.
And Manta Ugly goes, "Don't attack anyone yet." And the drones are just like hovering in the air. There are probably like 30 of them,
I'm like, go back, drones.
and they just don't
I
listen.
do like magic sense.
You don't sense any magic.
Cool.
Yeah. They're like just hovering like in the air or whatever. And then she's like, Manta Beauty. They're not attacking anybody. And Manta Beauty's like, I heard you. Cool. I will pay you guys now if you stop the mutiny
You
shit.
can 3D print money.
3D print money?
If we have that good a 3D printer that can just print whatever the fuck, why is money worth anything? Why don't I just want the 3D printer? Why don't I just want this ship? I feel like it's more than whatever you'll pay me, otherwise you wouldn't have stolen the ship.
So that you can spend it at other places.
Like what?
Galactic currency.
Okay, so what's stopping me from, when we go to a place that I want to go to,
Mm-hmm.
getting off the ship
Mm-hmm.
and reporting me?
Reporting me?
Yeah, being like, she stole a ship.
I'll kill you.
Bet. You could kill me right now.
I
but
can.
You need me.
They're here.
You need me.
It's not that I need you. I just think it would be interesting.
You will start from
It's like
square
one of those shows from
You
your
will
place.
Start from my place.
Yeah.
What place?
Nigga, I don't remember.
Yeah. So you don't know what the fuck you're talking about.
Come on. They have like the quirky guy.
What?
He's
What
like the
quirky guy?
leader.
What?
The Captain Quirk or some shit.
Yeah.
You know, yeah.
Captain Quirk. What,
And
then
then there are like
so
other.
you think we have a name for shit based off of a guy?
The guy is probably based off the name, nigga. I doubt that show pioneered your dictionaries.
You don't
Get
know?
the fuck out of my
You don't know anything about Mantis?
This is Mantis. I'm a manta. Thank you.
Manta Ray?
No, what? Why are you trying to be hurtful? I got paper. I got paper for you. This is from your lingo. Your language.
Oh, but everything's dead on my plate? So what good is that? Not good at all?
No. I'm using. It's not literally paper. All the currency's electronic. It doesn't matter.
So then why the fuck? If all the currency is electronic, you can't show me shit.
I can give you pay. I can.
You can't. That's what you just said.
I can prove that the money is in your account and that you can spend it.
In my account.
Yeah.
I have accounts?
I have made you both accounts.
Accounts? With what? illegaltradebusiness.org who steals ships?
An actual bank. It's not known that I stole this ship.
So we're supposed to be a pirate crew.
If
that
that's what you
uses
want.
Official. What do you mean if that's what I want? You stole this ship. We're fugitives. You stole this ship.
They don't know that we stole this ship.
We're
Now,
in
if we
it.
show up in it,
Yes.
then yeah.
Yeah.
We could
And
stop
then we're
somewhere
gonna
else
use banks,
first.
traditional banks.
So, apparently,
Your plan
this
isn't great.
isn't a good idea. Do you want me
Yes.
to invest in, like, cryptocurrency?
No, it's worse. It's worse.
How is it worse?
Because our currency's already electronic.
But cryptocurrencies, the whole thing is that it's not traceable. That's true. That's
Don't want
true.
it.
What do you mean you don't want it? It's
I want
is it?
cryptocurrency.
But it's better than this apparently.
Disagree. I think
How?
your plan is bad.
What? It
You
is.
kidnap people.
But this is bad. I'm improving it by making it crypto.
Cool. Let's go to the place with the largest police force. I want to go there. Let's go there.
That sounds like a horrible idea.
Why? No, that's my idea.
Because we stole a ship.
You said that's where you wanted to go.
Real quick,
Wherever I wanted to go.
she's gonna hit the button.
Cool.
You're fine with that.
Yeah.
Doo. Create alibi. Right away. Okay, now we could leave this stolen ship out of like a.
How the fuck does the ship make drones, but it doesn't know its own passcode?
It's not that it doesn't know it, nigga. I keep that to myself.
And I can't access it through. So that means it doesn't
Notice,
know it.
notice that the drones, right?
Right.
Listen to me.
So it's not whoever has the console.
No, why? That's a worse plan than my bank shit. I'm not entirely stupid. Notice that she doesn't fight me. I'm not like an idiot. I just didn't think about the currency part. Come
You didn't think
on.
about paying us.
No,
Is what you're saying.
I was gonna pay you with legal
I think you
tender,
could-
but apparently I should have invested in crypto
No, you
hidden
shouldn't.
shit.
You
No,
should invest in
because
not
that's the
kidnapping
not
people.
traceable part. That's the best part.
Cool.
Haters gonna hate. Was a better plan.
Let me go.
I'd rather you die.
Really?
Yes.
Why?
Cause I'd rather go on an adventure with you. You seem
so I'm
cool.
a slave.
You get certain freedoms.
No.
You get
not-
to pick where we go. You get to act like the captain when we're on
I'll act
planets.
like the captain
Right.
and leave. As my captain's order, I want to next planet we go on. I want to leave, and y'all not follow me.
It's my job to follow you.
Sweet. It's your job to listen. Don't follow me.
It's not really my job to listen. Though it's not that I dislike your opinion.
Let's go to the ball planet.
Ball
Let's go to
planet?
the ball planet.
Manta Ugly like, hey,
Yeah.
hey, that's what I'm talking about. Drones protect me. Hey. They make like a cloud around. They're just flying all around her. They're like, hey, hey. She like sits in the chair. She's like, this is great. We're finally doing it. She's like, fuck, I gotta type it in. She's like, drones, go type it in. And they fly over and they're hitting keys with their bodies.
They
They're like,
left.
a
They left
few.
away from her.
A few.
Okay,
Remember,
I'm
they're like 30 in the swarm. Like
30. You didn't-
5
you didn't-
go over to the thing.
Okay.
She currently has
Manta
25
Beauty.
drones.
Manta Beauty. Would you? I like ask her to come here.
She comes over.
I'm like,
She like,
I'm like, leave.
she's like, I'm not paid to like kiss you.
I'm not asking for you to.
Okay, don't kiss me.
Platonic.
Cool, yeah.
Yeah.
She like leans in.
What did you?
Don't
do
breathe in
before
my
this?
ears.
I'm not trying.
This is a little too
My
close and
This
flirtatious
is
for me.
important, and I don't want her to hear. What did you do before this?
Before this,
Yes.
I used to like stare at a wall, and they'd bring me applesauce.
Yeah. Did you have any dreams or hopes or anything?
This is cool. This is better than white walls and
Being a slave?
applesauce.
What if you just were able to do whatever you wanted whenever you wanted and not have to worry about anything?
She just kind of shrugs. She's like, I used to wear like all white, eat applesauce, and look at a white wall all day.
Cool. Thanks.
That's all I would do.
Cool. Appreciate it. Yeah.
This is a lot
Just
better.
walk away.
Good talk.
You could talk.
She follows you. Manta Ugly, you can't tell how ugly she is because they just fly all around her face. Like the beast from Magicians. She's like, hey,
I feel in my back.
in your bag.
I don't need to feel. I'm still in front of the door.
You walked away.
I didn't say how far.
Between you and the door is Manta Beauty.
I go back to the door.
Okay, she's just behind you now.
So I'm looking in my bag.
Manta Ugly's like, what are you doing?
Looking in my bag.
Do that shit over here.
What?
What?
You gonna kill me for looking in my bag?
Maybe.
Do it. That's the looking in my bag.
Drones.
Cool.
Drones.
I'm looking in my
Once
bag.
you're done typing in the coordinates to the ball planet, go and get that bag.
Get it.
Get it.
I'm looking.
You're looking at the bag. You see like a laptop, you see a book, you see a calculator, you see some mush from the banana from
I
before.
said miscellaneous technology. What the fuck?
There is some technology in
Not
there.
some. That's what the bag is filled with. What
Yeah.
the fuck?
What?
Apple, banana.
There's no apple in there.
Banana. What the fuck? That's not technology.
Depending
Notebook.
on
That's not
who,
technology.
what? What do you mean that's not technology?
Okay.
Hold on.
Fuck.
Gotta look something up. Technology. The application of scientific knowledge for practical purposes, especially in industry.
Right.
You can
Scientific
apply
knowledge.
scientific knowledge to manufacture notebooks, to grow
To
bananas,
manufacture them. That's not
to-
even the
to
manufacturing
make-
process. That's the finished product.
yeah.
So that's not technology.
Technology is the application of the knowledge for practical purposes. People, you need food,
Banana isn't technology.
machinery and equipment developed from the application, branch of knowledge dealing with
Machinery and
internet.
equipment.
That's a separate definition. The first one was the application.
How the fuck is banana an application? It's a thing that already existed.
It's like a
before
product
humans.
of technology.
No, humans exist. Bananas existed before humans existed.
I know, but
It's
I'm
not
saying,
technology.
but it was made through like farming and shit, like modern. It's
Not necessarily.
it's not grown in the. Not necessarily. Do you think
This
you
banana
you
is
found a
technology.
wild banana
Maybe.
and put it in the back?
Maybe it's my backstory.
You're like in my canon. The banana is just there.
It's not technology.
I went to
be
I went
there,
to a
is what I'm
forest,
saying.
a jungle.
No, it shouldn't be there.
Okay.
Cool.
You got a Slinky. You got a Game Boy. You got a iPod Touch. You got a PDA.
What the fuck?
You got a what? Personal digital
I
assistant.
know.
That's technology. What are you?
All of this is just stupid.
What do you mean? You got a whole bunch of
Why
tech in the
fuck would I
backpack.
put this? I'm not Cookie. I need a computer and a personal. No, you can just. Some of those things
Are redundant.
Yeah.
Yeah. I have an iPod Touch and my PDA and my laptop.
And a notebook.
So I can write stuff down. You have an iPad.
Stop.
You got a Kindle
It's
Fire.
All redundant.
You gotta
Do I really?
have a Kindle Fire?
And an iPad?
Yeah.
Awesome. I'm gonna take out all the heaviest shit.
The heaviest shit?
Yeah.
You already took out the wrench. So that, and the book would probably be heavy.
Dope. I get the book out.
Yeah.
What's the book?
The book
Still
is
holding the wrench.
okay. The book is
I'm gonna zip up my backpack and put it on my back and tighten it hard as fuck.
how to repair laptops for dummies.
Ooh shit! I look at the laptop. I see if it has a CD thing.
A CD drive?
Yeah.
No.
I have a PDA. It's that time period, but doesn't have a fucking.
Who said it was like?
You're right.
Yeah, I still own PD. I just don't use them. Got a Spider-Man one.
Dumb. You made none of this to my advantage.
You didn't specify what was in your bag.
You're
You
right.
went to Great Links on your fucking house.
You're right. Because you kept probing me to go to Great Lake.
Why didn't you do that for everything? At least you got a wrench. I don't know.
Cool.
I think that'll be helpful.
I'm gonna walk up.
Manta Ugly is like, nigga, are you done?
Yeah.
Awesome. Come sit down. She pats her chair, but she's like, but not mine. Your chair's just too far away for me to pat.
I'm like, you want me to come sit down by you
No.
in the chair?
No.
Okay, then
No,
I'll
my
sit down.
drones will. Okay. Marty, one of the drones like flies in front of her. Like, watch him. Wait a minute. Wait. I must have forgotten. Get the bag. That was the whole thing.
Oh, I like back up quickly toward the door.
You're already at the door. You don't really have to back up more.
Sweet, I'm up against the door with my
Five drones show up in front of you, and they're like, hand the bag, 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 and we're not hurting him. Hand the bag, hand the bag, hand the bag. Man, and Beauty's like, they're not. She's right. She's like right there. She's like, alright. Remember, she didn't walk away. She's just there with you. So you're like, man to Beauty, and she's like, yes. This is like, they're like, yeah, get the bag. We're not hurting him. Get the bag. Get the bag. Manta Ugly's like, already. No.
Okay.
Manta Ugly was like, I already thought about that. You don't think I picked you guys on purpose? Come on. Come on. Hand them the bag. They're just going to keep pestering you. You're going to hear that the whole trip.
That's fine.
Cool. How long are you going to... What's your next move? Till you're there? Manta Ugly is like, yo, get the fuck out the way. I gotta pee. Move.
This becomes a problem now.
I'm gonna pee on you.
Do it.
She like is getting ready to do it, and Manta Beauty's
Does she like squat?
No. Okay. Manta Beauty is like, oh, I don't want to look at this, and she like turns around and like covers her eyes or whatever. Manta Ugly still has all the fucking like things in her face. She like drops trowel, and she like
She facing toward me or
towards you. She bends, not on the ground, like she's standing, but bends where her crotch is like towards you.
Oh, perfect.
Head bent, like looking at you, and she's like, "I'm just gonna piss on you."
I'm like, great.
Weird, and then she just starts peeing.
Dope.
And then she pees.
Cool.
And
Does she go to walk back to her chair?
not yet. She has to like reapply trowel.
So she starts to grab her chair. I'm gonna hit her in the fucking head with my wrench.
With your wrench?
Yeah, well, she's like cause she has to bend down to grab her shit. So I'm like,
okay. The drones are gonna try to react.
Sweet.
And condense into like a thing.
Bet.
To block. To grab the wrench.
2 hands, hard as fuck,
I got
down
you.
on her ass. Yes.
The drones are gonna try to like do the thing. Any skills?
Oh yeah, I got you. I didn't even think. For agility, it's not a strength thing. Agility, athletics, yeah. 2.
And then the drones. Okay, so I'm gonna roll for the drones. Ooh. What'd you get?
8.
Barely.
I got it?
By like 1.
Yeah.
The drones,
Let's
I'm
do-
like, are advanced. And I was like, they were made specifically to like protect her.
Yeah.
I'm like, they're gonna get a +4. They got a 3. Your wrench like crashes like through the drones. So the drones don't stop your hit.
Yeah.
You get to pull through and hit with the wrench.
Yeah.
But I think the drones having to like crash through them, your aim was kind of off.
Yeah.
So the damage dealt is like 1.
Cool.
So she would go from having lost 12 to having lost 13.
Cool. Gearing up to hit again.
She's probably gonna be like kind of dazed.
Actually, cause she'd be bent over. She still hasn't pulled her pants up.
You right.
I hit her in the fucking back. I'm gonna do it again.
Oh, in the back? I thought you went for the head.
Head, she's bent over. Sure, that's fine. Head, going for the head again.
I think she probably would have fallen over now that I think about it.
Bet, even better. Sweet. I'm gonna go. All right. I'm gonna go to kick her. Hard
Okay.
as fuck.
She's gonna try to roll away. but he's not gonna be in a good spot.
Yep. Pants still down.
Yeah, hit me up.
Wait, so that'd be 2 athletics. 4.
Damn, you beat her by 1. I was like, she's gonna get a -4. She's not like in a good spot, and then she rolled a 7. So it's another. You deal 1 damage again.
Hey.
Yeah, it just ends up working out that way.
Hey.
She tries to like roll away.
Cool.
She can't really like get in a
I'm
situation.
If she's like rolling a little bit forward, I'm like taking like a good couple steps and gonna kick real hard.
Manta Beauty's like, it doesn't have to be this way.
I'm like, she kidnapped us against our will. I'm a slave here.
I like this better than where I'm from.
I will let you do whatever you. The difference between me and her is, she'll make you do shit. I'll let you do whatever you want.
I don't know what I want,
That's
but I
fine.
know that I prefer this than where I'm from.
Agreed, and you can prefer to figure out whatever it is that you want to do without constraints from her. I go to kick her again.
When you go to kick her, Manta Beauty is gonna like try to stop you. So there's gonna be some additional like
agility shit, parkour shit to dodge her.
Well, if you
I
choose
do
to
stealth parkour shit.
if you
because I wanna
choose
sneak
to
you.
do the dodge,
Right.
then you have to sacrifice the kick. You got to pick one of the two.
Okay. I want to stealth parkour.
Also, hold on. I feel like I'm doing the thing again. Remember when Manta Beauty was behind you with the Manables, and then I was like, "I'm telling you this, but you wouldn't necessarily know, because, yeah, you wouldn't. You would have had that dialogue,
Yeah.
right? But you would be like, "I'm about to kick this bitch."
Yeah.
I don't think you'd be like, "I'm looking behind me at her."
Right.
Right. So unless you have a thing where it's a similar thing where unless you know that she's like I don't think you'd be able to
Also,
make
did I
that
fuck
decision.
any of the drones? Because I hit the drones.
The drones are like not a problem anymore. They tried to condense to
So
block
I
your
broke
hit,
all of them.
and
I,
you
like,
yeah
killed
you
all
hit
of them.
through them.
Dope.
They were like B-sized drones, but they were gonna like kind of modular
Also,
into like a barrier.
Okay. So then, fuck me. Cool.
Oh shit! It froze.
I guess what I want to try and do. I mean, that's really all I do because I wouldn't know about the thing. Holding the wrench, 2 hands. 2 hands. Going to kick.
Okay. So yeah, you're just gonna get athleticism added to that.
Yeah.
Yeah, hit it.
7.
And then she'll try to roll away. She ended up with like, your thing is pretty normal. I'm not gonna give you any like extra or anything. Yeah, you got her. And this time she takes 5.
Dope.
So this is the heaviest hit she's received. Is this like walk up kick?
Yeah.
She's almost taken like 20 damage.
So now I'm gonna look
No,
around.
this is when homegirl would have grabbed you by this point, because this is all happening at the same time.
I'm gonna try and keep my wrench away from her so she can't grab it.
Okay, she's only like grabbing like your shoulder.
Cool.
She's like, I'm not gonna sit here and watch you like kill her. I'm just not comfortable with that. I'm not gonna like kill you. I would prefer if no one had to die.
I'm like, I respect that. She's not gonna stop. She's not gonna let me have my free will while she's alive. So I like move her off of me.
That's gonna be kind of hard. Like you can try to do the move
so
off.
then can I evade? Like, can I use specifically stealth parkour shit to like? Ooh, how far away is girl I kicked?
Girl you kicked?
Yeah.
She's practically just like at your feet. Like she's been failing at rolling away. She's been trying to roll away.
So then what I want to do is I want to like, if she has her hand on my shoulder, because I want to be like toward the door just in case.
Hmm.
Sweet. Yeah. Okay. Huh. Well, I guess I want to do like a stealth down thing, and then also try and bring it into a fuck. No,
One thing at a time.
I can't do it in like one fluid, but like I either
No.
gotta dodge or hit. Okay.
Yeah, that was something that I
Yeah.
actually had a problem with when we were playing the other day, because Colin would do stuff like that. He'd be like, "It's a multi-part and I'm like, "That's just would be multiple checks."
So then I'll do. I'm like protecting the wrench so she doesn't get it. Both hands. Drop down, and then I want to like hit her in the
Well,
face.
remember, this
Right.
one thing.
One for that, and then I want to try and do like my next thing. Yeah.
Um,
So can I use parkour on that?
I think it's a thing where I'd be like, it doesn't directly apply. You could use athleticism. I
Can
don't
I-
think you get
Is there
stealth
any,
parkour.
Like, is there any like
Thing
like
between
railing
you
or,
and the
like,
other
anything
per-
that I can like grab?
No.
Nothing nearby at all.
No. Because remember, it's 3 chairs and a computer, and then there's the door with the pad. It's like a pretty like open space. If you were like, I'm trying to get from point A to point B over all the obstacles and like nobody noticed
What if
me,
I'm
I'd be
trying
like,
to,
that's
like,
stealth parkour.
jump backwards against her?
That's the thing of stealth parkour.
Not
The way
stealth,
that I'm thinking. Parkour. If it was parkour, if you were going over her, like if you have like a destination, you're like the destination is like the other side of her,
Mhm.
then I'd be like, that could constitute like parkour. And if it was stealth parkour, I'd be like, from like in front of her to behind her, she's like, the fuck happened? Like
So
she like
then,
didn't notice.
I guess just agility for the dodge. I just want to drop down.
Now I would give you
Or
at
not
least
agility,
athleticism.
athletics. That's what I meant.
Yeah,
Two idiots.
because I was like,
Yeah. Athleticism. I just want to drop down.
now keep in mind, she is strong.
Yes.
I imagine it's like a grip. It's not, it doesn't necessarily hurt you, but I feel like you would know before you did this action that trying to jack from a grip,
Would hurt.
right, that would not be like a, and you know she's strong.
Okay.
You can
so
tell
then
she's
I
like
wanna,
the strongest
keep
person here.
monitoring- I want to keep monitoring Manta Ugly.
Right.
I want to use my biology to give me +1 to know exactly, like, from how she's grabbing me and shit, what the best way to get out of it is.
I'm gonna say that you take a -4.
Okay.
I think it's a thing where it's like that's not really suited for this. If you were like,
Yeah.
my whole thing is I'm good, because I think you've actually tried to do stuff like this multiple times. A thing you might want to invest in. By the way, have you been adding up XP whenever you like do these rolls and
That's
stuff?
64.
Okay, yeah. Oh, cool. You're getting close. I'd highly recommend that you build something that's like predicting fight tactics or something, because you keep trying to do it with other with
Yeah.
biology, and I'm like, no, it's not.
We'll see. Next time when see if Aiden does it.
Whoa, what?
Ooh. Wait.
Oh shit! Hold on,
Hold on.
Winslow. He didn't even. All he said was Nick just stole $1 from me. The only reason why I'm reading it, he paid me money. Yo, Dozer, he paid money for his chat. That's crazy. That's it. Okay, I'm with you.
Um.
What? I pasted the thingy that says we're not answering things until, but it was money. I couldn't not. 7, and then that's with the. Oh wait, I apply it, so that's with your boost, not with my
+1,
minus. Okay. Ew, yeah, you're probably not gonna get it. We'll see though. She could fuck up. What? Okay, so
got
what do you
it.
do when they tie?
What?
What do you do when they tie?
I put it. Fuck. Well, so it's 0. So then I guess. Because this is weird, because it's not like a physical thing.
It is kinda.
Well, it's
She's
like
holding
No,
you.
but I'm trying to think of what the best way to get out of it is. That's what the check was for. To see if I could do, like, if I would understand correctly.
Oh, right.
Yeah.
Well, then I didn't need to do a roll right then. That was just against your.
I mean,
You
do a
still
roll.
wouldn't. I still think that system's weird to do the roll all the. What is that even the circum? Like, isn't that what your roll is?
Of, like, how accurate I am.
But
My
that.
role is, like, because I'm trying to, like, figure it out, and your thing would be, like, how complex the situation is.
What?
Yeah.
I feel like those go
So
hand
my
in hand.
biology
It's
skills,
just
not
such a
necessarily.
weird. I don't. It just feels like a weird
It's
extra
just the
step.
universe against your person, yeah.
If it's just you, like if it's not like an against thing, then you just failed it. Like the check.
Yeah, okay.
Yeah.
Cool.
So what do you think? Because that's one thing that I think D&D misses out on is people will fail, and they'll just be like, "You failed, but you did something."
I'd
Like,
just
what?
be like, well, not necessarily. I'd be like, I don't know. I'd be like, I just don't know.
Walk me through it. I
Like,
guess. Like,
I'm
yeah.
trying to think of the best way to get at, and I'm like, I don't know. Like, no matter what I do, I'm gonna get fucked.
But what are the like alternatives you thought of? Like where you're like
I was like
Like,
maybe
each
I
of these
could do this,
scenarios.
and this didn't work, and then maybe I could do that, and that didn't work, and then maybe I could do that, and that didn't work, and maybe I could do that, and that didn't work.
But what do you think are the consequences of you doing all those different things? Are they all the same
Getting
consequence?
like hurt, yeah.
Okay.
Cool.
So
How-
then, what do you want to do?
How hard does Manta Beauty's face look?
What?
How, like, is it, because it's a mantis.
It looks humanoid fleshy, but on like a. There must be like a endoskeleton that looks like a mantis exoskeleton. But at the same time, she has like some attractive features. It's weird. Manta ugly is a similar thing, but no attractive features.
Yeah, okay. Cool. So, yeah, I guess.
Let's say Manta Beauties looks more humanoid
How
than
much
Manta
health does
Uglies.
Manta
Beauty have?
Ugly have?
Manta Ugly?
Yeah.
Quick thing.
Yeah.
When I was fighting the dudes in like my first session of literally whatever, did you tell me how much health the dudes had,
Well,
or
that's-
just that I dealt damage?
Just that you dealt them. You don't have to tell me. Yeah,
Okay.
I was thinking about it.
You probably would need like a power
yeah.
to like identify that.
You're right.
You could try, I guess.
Like biology, you. No, I'm not gonna waste it. I guess I'll go.
Well, it's not a waste. You get XP.
I just
Like if
mean-
you try to do
I
it.
feel like it'd be like, and now it's been too long and she's doing shit.
Has
so
she
yeah,
been doing shit yet?
I'm looking.
You're looking? She's probably trying to get her pants on. She's probably not clear-headed.
Cool.
She's
She
like
has
kind
my
of
shoulder.
squirming.
She has my shoulder.
Yeah.
I'm still keeping the wrench away, going for the kick.
You're on for the
Quick.
kick.
Quick, too. Agility.
Okay.
Quick kick. Fuck me. 3.
13 on trying to pull you back.
Oh my fucking god.
She pulls you back.
Cool.
And what did you say you got on it?
3.
Oh. She didn't mean to.
She
She
fucking killed
jacked
me.
you really hard. She didn't kill you. Minus 10.
Damage? Jesus Christ.
She got a really good roll.
I just like hit the wall and shit. I'm like, ah. Cool.
She jacked you back, I guess, hella hard.
Yeah.
You feel like you might have dislocated your shoulder.
Cool.
She's still just holding on to it, though. It's
How?
not comfortable.
I'm like back.
She
she-
jacked you
Oh,
backwards.
she just did that.
Yeah, but
Oh.
I guess she just doesn't know her own strength. She's really strong as her whole thing.
But that wouldn't have stopped me from kicking her. She'd had to like pick me up because she's like at my feet.
She'd have to. You're right. She'd have to move you a significant
She
enough
just did that.
distance.
Yeah, she'd have to like throw me.
Damn.
You said she
Jacks
so if
you
that's
back.
the case, I still kick her.
Yeah.
Sweet. So let me roll for what this kick is, I guess.
I guess I got a roll for how much she like rolled away.
10. 8 plus 2.
You got it.
Yeah.
She takes 10.
Oh shit. Yeah. It just wasn't effective.
I was gonna give her like a -4. She's just not in a really good spot, and she doesn't have like a special skill for getting out of the way. She rolled a 4.
Oh shit. That's amazing. She's like, I don't want to hurt you. Breaks my shoulder, and I still kick her in the
other
face.
girl.
I'm like, that wasn't very effective. You're kind of just making the whole situation worse.
You guys dealt like equal amounts of damage, and you kicked someone, and she just jacked your shoulder.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Sweet. So.
She's like, please stop. She puts like a hand on like your other shoulder, so there are hands on both of your shoulders.
I'm like, at this point, if I let her, she's gonna fuck me.
Isn't she the more attractive of the two? Says Manta, like between the two
I'm
of them.
like, she's going to kill. She's going to take revenge upon me.
With sex?
No, violence. It was a euphemism.
A youth what?
I was not speaking accurately.
Oh.
Yeah.
That makes sense.
Yeah, she's going to attack me if I let her up from here. Things have gone too far.
Well, my whole job is to protect you. She won't be able to get you. Yeah.
You just hurt me.
I'm sorry. I just don't want to see anybody really get hurt.
That's
but if
not
she
a part
tries
of your job.
if she tries to get you, I got her.
What
It's
is-
not your job to protect yourself. That was weird to say.
Yes,
But
it is. It is my job to protect myself.
But it's my job to protect you.
You're
You shouldn't
hurting me.
you shouldn't have to worry about
You're
it.
ruining your job.
I
Just
don't want
dislocate-
anybody to have to get hurt.
So you're jeopardizing your job
No.
for your feelings.
I
Is that
think
what you're telling me?
I think I
I'm
can
still looking at Manta Ugly.
we can
What's
have
Manta
both.
Ugly doing?
We can have both things. She's like she coughs up like blood. She's like holding her ribs.
I'm like,
Her
tell me the
pants are
pass-
still on her
I'm like,
ankles.
Tell me the passcode to the door now.
She's like
I'm like, I told you this would happen. You will not live much longer if you don't tell me the passcode.
You smell like more piss.
Yeah.
Like you already
she, like,
could
pissed
smell
herself.
piss.
Yeah.
Manta Beauty pissed herself.
Cool.
You also feel like a heavy bladder. The computer goes doo doo doo. Now landing on the ball planet.
Because it's heavy or whatever, and it makes you piss yourself. What?
I mean, you don't know. Do you have like
I
a
do
thing?
like magic sense.
Magic sense?
You try-
There's no
You
magic
never know. You
cool
never know. I
thing
gotta
that
try,
lets you
right?
sense
Plus
the.
one. Wait, plus one.
You can get that XP.
I'm doing it.
There's not a
Eight. Alright.
there's nothing to sense.
So 8, fuck 8. So then 585. I'm getting close. Sweet. Alright, there's nothing to say. Dope.
There's no magic.
Dope. So yeah, I'm like.
She's good. Manta Beauty's like, don't. She can see you like prepping this. She's
I'm
like,
like,
I'm
what
not.
else?
She's like, I'm not trying to hurt you.
I'm
We
like,
could go to this ball planet. She said the dirt tastes. Well, she didn't say it tastes good. You can eat it though.
You just pissed yourself. She just pissed herself.
Well, we never went to the bathroom.
I'm like.
We never had a bathroom break.
Yes.
Try it. Attempt not to pee.
I'm gonna try and pee on Manta Ugly. Cause that's what she did to me, that fucking bitch.
How?
She has her hand.
What
on my
about
shoulder,
what about the wrench?
Still holding.
Okay. Oh, like one-handing the wrench. Cause you were really
No,
big
I'm
on double hand.
two-handing the wrench. I'm like trying to get a pinky.
Nigga,
and
I'm
then-
gonna give you negative modifiers on the fucking
On
on
the
doing the
fly?
yeah on
It's
your
fine.
fly.
Yeah.
You're trying to still double hold this
That's
fucking
fine.
wrench.
Athletics. 2.
You don't have a skill for this?
Athletics. Coordination. Agility.
You don't have a specialized skill for
Agility.
this.
1. 5.
So your net was 1. You didn't.
My net was 1? Like, your thing, my thing plus your thing?
Mhm.
1? Yeah, then I got it.
You undid.
Yeah, I'm gonna piss on it.
I'm gonna piss on it.
Ooh, I'm at 90. Sweet.
Well, hold on. Do you whip your dick out?
Yeah.
You didn't do that.
I go.
What?
I whip my dick out. Yeah.
Did you? You didn't do your hands. So you said you hump
Yeah.
and your dick falls out.
Yeah.
What about your underwear? What about like?
Why do you think I have under? I didn't write that in my character description.
What are you wearing? We're about to clear the air, my nigga. You got clothes. Yo.
Okay, this.
This.
Yeah.
But you're wearing underwear now.
You don't see me wearing underwear. You have never seen me in
Quit,
underwear.
quit pretending. You know you probably got some shit with some penguins with skis.
Okay, alright, I'm gonna try and do the same shit to get my
To get your dick
move.
out?
Yeah.
That's so impractical.
Let's try it. 7.
10. You didn't get it.
Sweet. I'm like, hey man, can you help me get my dick out?
Manta Beauty's like,
I'm
no.
like, I need you to help me get my dick out.
No. Replies Manta Beauty. Manta Ugly is now actually like pulling the pants on.
I'm
and
gonna kick it really fast.
Manta Beauty's gonna try to go for that grab.
I'm like, I can't help it.
Damn it.
Yes.
What'd you get though?
7.
Oh, okay.
Yes.
You
Shit.
deal 2.
Yay. Stop pulling your pants up.
Stop pulling your pants. She's gonna try to continue pulling the pants up. She got hurt. She did get hurt. She's like, I'm not gonna sit.
She was coughing blood a second ago.
Yeah.
I just kicked her again.
Yeah.
She's still gonna keep pulling it. Alright.
Manta Beauty's got those fucking.
I'm like,
she's
please
ready.
stop. I'm like,
She's
please
ready.
stop.
She's telling you, please. Manta Beauty's like, please
I'm
stop.
like, I'm doing it.
Manta Ugly's like, I'll just pay you money.
I'm like, I want to be free. Once you treat me as an equal, we'll be good. Until then, I will kill you.
What?
Yes.
What if I started treating you as the equal to what you're doing to me?
You tried. It failed.
I didn't try to kill you.
You set the fucking things. Drones.
To get your backpack.
Fine. You're still gonna die if you don't give me the fucking passcode. I don't think you kidnapped the wrong person.
You kidnapped the wrong. I like how you said it.
Yeah.
She's like 1-1-1-1-1.
I'm like, Manta Beauty, can you please try that? I promise I won't kick her or do anything.
Manta Beauty's like, please walk with me to the thing.
I'm like, if you, alright.
You will murder her. You've said that multiple times.
I'm like, alright.
Explicitly.
Let me grab her and drag her with us. Because otherwise, as soon as I get far enough away, she's gonna go to get more fucking drones.
Manta Beauty's like, that makes sense.
Cool.
Manta Ugly's like, let me pull my pants
I grab
up.
her by the down pants. I'm like, fuck you.
She's okay. Where do you look while you're dragging her?
At her.
At her?
Yes.
She's like shimmying her. She's trying to get the pants off
I
now.
grab her by the leg. And like around the pants. By the leg.
When you try to go for around the leg, she's gonna try to kick.
I'm gonna agility.
You're gonna try to agility?
Yeah.
Hit us with that check.
I'm like, ooh, Manta Beauty. She's trying to kick me. Protect.
Ooh, Manta Beauty. Wait, are you gonna take the kick? Or are you gonna say the thing?
We could talk, right?
Oh, true, you can talk and do it. So you're gonna dodge and say the thing?
Yeah.
Okay.
And that's agility and athletics too. 7. I keep getting fucking 7s.
You got it.
Yes.
You dodged.
14, so 104. Hey.
Okay.
See what my shit
Real
is.
quick.
Yes.
Do you want to level something up
Probably.
before we continue?
Um.
Also,
Concentration level.
it is 8:04, and you said that you wanted to do the disassemble the laser thing, and you also said that your cutoff was 10.
I might extend the cutoff if you're down for that.
I guess it depends. I don't necessarily want it to be a thing where it's like, and then later, you've been comfortable this whole time. We're gonna go, and you're gonna help carry all this shit to my car, and then I'm gonna just tell you to leave. I guess I'd like, if we were to extend the time,
Yeah.
to have time after the moving stuff
Maybe
to
a
hang out.
little bit, but not long. Like it wouldn't be a like it's like 1 or 2 a.m.
Well, no, 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 no. I still want to make it back in time to do the vlog tonight.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
Well, hold on. We didn't clear anything up. I'm like, if we're extending it,
No.
11. What's your cutoff for when we have to go do the laser thing?
9.
9. Okay. Cool.
Cool. So yeah, I want to level up. I want to figure out.
Making leveling decisions.
Um, I want to level up reverse engineering, so I know how shit works.
Okay.
Dope. So now my shit gets set back to 4. Dope. Okay. Yeah. So, I did my. So I wait. I got it. That was alright.
Yeah, you dodged the kick.
Sweet. And I'm like, Manta Beauty, she just tried to kick me.
Man of Beauty's like, what? Man of Ugly's like, like she's just whistling.
I'm like, you
Like,
saw
come
her.
on, what?
You didn't see her?
See what?
Her trying to kick me.
She's whistling.
I'm continuing to. I'm like, watch her.
Manta Beauty is like walking, and she's like, oh, and she like trips. She like wasn't like paying attention to like
Manta
where
Beauty
she was
trips?
going. Yeah. Manta Ugly laughs. She's like, ah, and she goes for that fucking
I'm gonna
kick.
try to hit her with this.
Oh, you're both trying to hit each other. That's interesting, cause no one's trying to dodge. Then,
Yep.
yeah.
Let's try and double hand hit her with the wrench.
Okay, we're gonna see how this goes.
Okay.
I think you're probably both in an equally weird
No,
position. No,
she's
she's on the ground.
laughing.
Well, it's more like a aha. It's like a Caleb City laugh, not like a oh I have no real motor
She
function.
has been kicked multiple times, is bleeding out of her mouth, and laughing, extending air. I feel like she'd be hurting.
I got you.
Alright. 6.
Ooh, she only got 4.
Yeah! 10 XP.
See. She takes damage. She gets. Yeah, she took. It's just 2. Yeah.
So I hit her in the face with the wrench.
She.
Oh shit, nobody's holding on to me.
You right.
Dope. I
Manta
guess
Beauty's gonna be in the process of getting up.
I'm gonna try to parkour over to Manta, to where the microphone is. Stealth parkour, like as quick as possible, and then try and like smash. It's 2 moves, but Stealth parkour
Well,
over to
we got it one at a time.
yeah, that's what I'm saying.
Stealth parkour over.
Over to the thing.
Okay, try that first.
Okay, so that's a +4.
Okay.
10.
You like barely got it.
Oh, dope.
Yeah.
Sweet. Now I'm gonna try and smash with the wrench the fucking button com thing.
Okay.
Just try and break it.
Cool.
So +2. 11.
Yeah, you got it.
Oh fuck. 10. Wait, hold up. 10 and then 11. Wait. 20, 11, 31. Fucking 31.
31. Oh, you're talking about your XP. I was like, dang, you didn't roll a 31. Get the fuck out of here.
So then. Oh, so I smashed it. I want
Manta
parkour
Beauty
back.
is now standing up.
I want to parkour.
Manta Ugly. Pants are probably like,
You good now?
yeah.
I'm gonna try and parkour over back to Manta Ugly.
Okay. While you're doing that, she'll probably get the pants the rest of the way out.
Cool.
Okay.
Wait. Oh, so stealth parkour. 8.
I guess if you're rolling against reality, you got it. You got it.
Yes. Alright. Sweet. So now I'm gonna try and.
Oh, you're gonna try to just hit her again.
I'm gonna look at where Manta Beauty is.
Manta Beauty can see you doing it.
But is she
She's
at
like, no.
Is she at me?
She's now like pretty much where you're at. You gotta think about it like she was like in front of you.
Yeah.
She fell.
Yeah.
You hit Mana Beauty. You more or less jumped over Mana Beauty
okay,
in one
no,
chair.
then I'm not gonna do
Yeah,
that.
she's like right next to you
Okay.
essentially.
I'm gonna try and parkour past both of them as quick as I can so I can get back in the case things fuck up. I'm gonna try and parkour to the number pad so I can type the shit down.
To the number pad?
Yeah.
While you're running
Or
by.
I'm not running. I'm parkouring over Manta Beauty.
Okay.
Or around or whatever the fuck.
Well, while
Yeah,
you're
I don't
trying
know
to
what it's called.
parkour over, Manta Ugly's gonna try to catch you. She's gonna try to like grab like a leg or something.
Hey, I got +4 on this agility.
Okay.
13.
Yeah, you got it.
13. Oh wait, 9, 12. So 22. 40. 50. XP's climbing up quick.
Okay.
So I get to the number pad. I type in the numbers.
What were the numbers? Well,
1111.
you type in 1111. Nothing happened.
I'm like, you fucking liar. 11111.
Oh, you did the final one?
Yeah.
Security code activated.
Unlock door.
The thing is like making drones.
I'm like, you fucking bitch.
Manta Ugly's like, you thought I didn't have a plan for if someone attacked me and demanded to get the
I'm
code?
like, you're almost dead.
You right.
This is about to be over.
You're about to just be dead. dead.
That makes 2 of us.
Oh, it didn't have to end this way.
Agreed.
It's making hella drones now.
That's making hella dead bitches now.
Why hella dead bitches? If Manta Beauty's like, stop. No one has to kill anyone.
I'm like, you're gonna kill Manta Beauty with drones over this?
Manta Ugly's like, don't put words in my mouth,
I'm
nigga.
like, she's gonna protect me. This is what you designed.
They won't try to kill her.
They'll try and kill me,
Yeah.
and she's gonna get in front of them.
Uh-huh. And they're gonna not hit her. But then go around her. They're like, bees, you saw them? You think she's gonna block like 90 bees?
I think she'll try.
But
think she's big
they'll
as
go around. And you're gonna die. She's like now like getting.
I'm gonna go for it.
Manta Beauty's like, she's trying to make that like very.
over
She's
Mansa
gonna
Beauty.
get like a big plus.
I'm trying to
She's a
parkour
big ass
over-
nigga.
I'm trying to parkour over Mansa Beauty.
13, nigga.
Fuck.
Mansa Beauty, like, you try to leapfrog that bitch and she's like,
No.
she like
I, like,
fucking
hold
grabs
on to
you.
my wrist.
She like falls forward with you like in her
Oh,
arms.
what the fuck?
What was the difference between? She got a 13.
8 and 38. So
You take 5.
yeah.
Yeah, you're gonna take 5 damage.
Damn it.
She's like, the violence stops now. She's like holding on to you. Nobody has to die. She's like, I'm tired of death all around me.
I'm like, what? You just sat in a room with crackers and shit. What the fuck?
It wasn't crack, it was applesauce. And I just don't want death all around me now. I don't.
Because it wasn't there before.
It wasn't there before. That was better than you guys
I'm like,
dying.
you know what's great about this? I might just stay in this position because fucking bees. You'll protect me from bees.
I will protect you from the drones.
Appreciate it. Let me up. I'm
No.
gonna go and stand by the door.
No, dude, it's.
Help me to go stand by the door.
I'm helping keep you safe.
Right.
I think you'll be safe.
No, because
With
if she
me
leaves,
here.
we'll both be fucked.
No. And Manta Ugly's like standing up now. And she like fastens her pants. And she's like, the drones are gonna be here. I'm just gonna have more drones than before. Real quick. I guess the wrench is just between. It'll out of sight, out of mind, I guess.
Yeah.
Yeah, you can have that. She goes up to the. She's like, "Fuck, you broke the chair thing."
Yes.
Okay. She goes up to like the door pad.
I'm trying to get. I'm like, please let me get to the door.
Are you gonna try to like?
Get out of her. Yes. 10.
11, nigga.
What?
Yes, she got 7 plus 4. Homegirl is covering up her hand with a keypad. Beep, 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 beep. And, like, the door opens. She goes through the door. The door's, like, in the process of closing.
I'm trying to parkour to the door.
What? Stop!
No,
You're
I
under
can't.
this bitch!
Right.
No!
That's weird maneuvering and shit. Yeah. You said if I'm trying to get from one
Point A to
another,
point B.
I'm trying to get
I
through
gotta-
the door.
But normally you're going over shit.
That's not what parkour is defined as. Over shit. No.
You can go under
You can go
shit.
around shit. Yeah. I'm parkouring.
This
through
is
that
indeed parkour. I won't give you stealth parkour. It's not stealth. She's on top. She's
Fine.
the obstacle.
3. Alright, fine. 10.
13, nigga.
What?
9 plus 4. Her whole thing is she's big and strong. These are her
I'm about to
specialized
be
skills.
leveling up this stealth parkour. Ooh, it's gonna be so good.
The doors have closed.
Damn.
She's like, I'll let you up now.
I'm like, why the fuck did
Manta Beauty
This
lets
bee's
you up.
gonna kill me.
Manta Beauty's like, she said that,
That
like,
the bees are gonna kill me.
I think we're good. Now that she's up and she's I don't think she's gonna kill you.
I like start trying every 5 number passcode, like 5 thing passcode.
What do you start with?
11112.
Nope.
11113.
No.
11114.
No.
11115.
No.
11116.
No.
11119.
What?
11110.
No.
11118.
No.
11117.
No.
11116.
No.
11115.
No.
11121.
No.
11120.
No.
11122.
No.
11123.
No.
11124.
No.
11125.
No.
11126.
No.
11127.
No.
11128.
No.
11129.
No.
111. Wait. 11131.
No.
11132.
No.
11133.
No.
11134.
No.
Fuck it. I look at the keypad. I see if there are any ways that I can take apart the keypad. 00000. Wait, hold on. First off, let me check.
No.
Okay. I look to see. I try all of the like single number ones.
No.
None of them. Cool. I look to see if there's any like way to take the thing off.
You think that if you had something akin to a crowbar, you could pry it like in between the pad and the wall?
Like a wrench?
You need something that was like thin enough on the edge to fit between, which is why crowbar comes to mind.
I look to see if the place where I broke the thing has any like bent pieces of metal or anything.
The place where you like destroyed the console, you see it was more like a plastic thing, if anything. Like you'll see like
Oh, okay.
plastic like
So
shatter.
then let me look to see if there's any wires or any shit in there.
Yeah.
I start like touching. I see how it looks set up.
Okay.
Okay. I see if it's something I'm familiar with.
You see like a microphone and like buttons that have wires connected to like a board.
Connected to a board.
A board, like a circuit.
What's the continuation of the board? Where does the rest of the wires go? It can't just be to the board and then nothing.
The board has wires that seem to feed deeper into the chair. You can't like see them from just where that thing is broken. You can see they go somewhere.
I look to the rest of the chair to see if there's like outputs.
Not that you can see like around the chair.
What does the chair look? It's like a lazy boy thing.
Kind of, sort of. Yeah.
I like see if I can like lift any part up or anything.
The chairs seem to be like built into the floor.
Are the vents on the ceiling?
Yeah.
Dope. I see if I can take my wrench and like hit the vents so that they're like closed, like vent closed.
The vents are pretty high up. It's like a high ceiling kind
I'm
of.
like, hey, Man's Beauty, can you like lift me up?
Manta Beauty's like, I feel like that's
A reasonable request.
a reasonable request. You lift me then. If it's a reason that it would be something that either of us could ask of each other, right? What? Oh, so it's a double standard request.
Yes.
What?
You have the capability
What's
to
something
do it,
that
then I don't.
What's something that you could do for me?
Rewire something, fix something. But I can fix that monitor for you if that's what you wanted.
The broken one? And she
Yes.
refers to the one that's like
Yes.
still in the room. She's like, well, that was kind of like my mistake. Like, I need to like fix. It's not really your job to
Yeah, but I could.
fix my
You're
problems.
asking what I could do for you in exchange.
Well, there was already like a replacement monitor. I guess I'd be fine with picking you up if you could think of something that you would do in like return.
What do you need?
I really don't know.
I can help you get out of here.
Well, I mean, I don't really want to. I kind of like the proposition that's
I'll
been
give
given.
you my money that I get paid.
Hmm.
You'll have double the money.
Oh.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Cool.
She fucking like picks you up
I like bend all the shits.
with the wrench.
Yeah.
Okay.
Like, so they're closed.
Okay.
All of
The air feels stagnant.
it. I open them very lightly, but like just a little bit, like not enough.
It's still pretty bad. There's just not a lot of air circulation.
I do it more.
You feel like if you do it enough for there to be good airflow.
Their bees can get.
Yeah.
That doesn't make sense.
What? You don't think bees could fit between that?
No.
What?
The way that that's designed, bees cannot fit in there.
I don't think they're made to
It
be
goes like
bee-proof.
that, and then it goes like that. Yeah. Yes. Yes.
And you're doing it like imprecisely, like with a wrench too.
Mm.
Like, I feel like if it's like flaps, right? Like if the whole thing is like they're like metal flaps, and you're like hitting them with a wrench flat,
Okay.
and then you're like with the wrench, I'm gonna try to pry it for airflow, right? But not enough for a
I'm
beat.
I'm
Like the
gonna
wrench
make this-
isn't that like precise.
I start like hitting all the consoles and like everything with the wrench.
The only consoles
Yeah,
are
bashed
that
the
one
fuck out of it.
chair
I bashed the fuck out of it.
in that like computer thing that had like the keyboard.
I don't hit that. I don't hit the main mouse.
What if I was like, so the first thing is the thing, because it's like the main thing.
I don't hit that.
So you're like lazy
Is
boy
there
cup
glass?
holders.
Wait, is there
Oh.
glass?
Oh, you mean for like the?
Oh, fuck it. No, actually, I'm gonna go up to the keypad.
Okay. Just hit it.
Yeah.
Okay, you break it.
I like try and I'm like, help me pry the door open.
Okay. Man to beauty would be like, you probably would just try and hurt homegirl. My
I'm trying
current
to
motive.
escape. Okay, bet. We're already landed on a planet.
Right?
So she could be off. I want to get off the ship. Y'all can leave. I just want to get off the ship.
If
Like-
you let me hold you the whole time.
Sure. Yes.
Okay.
Bet.
Okay, so she holds you. And she comes up to the door. She's like, wait a minute.
How are you gonna pry me in?
This is the wrong way, damn it. It's really tight too, the way that she's like trying to do the arm. So you're like, ugh. she's like, fuck. I'm not a dinosaur. I don't. she puts you down.
Thanks.
When I open these doors,
Gotcha.
don't do shit.
Okay.
Like, let me
Okay.
pick you up. Okay?
Okay.
If you do anything other than let me pick you up,
Okay.
I will stop you.
Okay.
I don't mean to hurt you,
Okay.
but if you try to do some shit,
Okay.
it could just happen by I'm strong.
Sure.
Okay?
Okay.
Cool. She goes up to the door with the thing. She fails. Oh shit, I didn't expect that.
I wanna like try and help. I'm like, can I help?
She's like, I just don't want you like booking it.
You'd still be able to grab me. The door would still be open once we got it.
She's like, think about this. The door seems to be like fighting back. Like it doesn't want to be opened.
Yeah.
Let's say you help. And we get the
We
door
won't even know unless we try.
big enough for you to get through. Because it doesn't have to be fully open for you to get
Then
through.
you could squash me with the door.
But I don't want to hurt you. See how that goes?
You can
So
trap me.
so it's a thing where, right? If you help and we manage to budget enough for you to get through, then I'm stuck and I'm not strong enough to hold the door open.
You good.
So I get fucked.
You good.
But then you get through and then you just hurt Manta Ugly,
Why not?
which is not my multiple times today. You've told her that she's like gonna die and that you're going to kill her.
Well, I just want to get free. My whole thing was if you just give me my rights.
Sit down. I'm gonna try again.
Okay.
Don't help me.
Okay.
And don't try to get through.
Sitting down.
Okay. How do you sit? She's like, what are
I
you
have
doing?
my wrench.
She's like, sit like on your butt.
I have my wrench.
Cool, you can have your wrench. She's gonna try again. Oh, barely. She's like holding it open,
Sweet.
but it's like a struggle.
I like.
She's like,
I
nigga.
like agility, stealth, parkour, roll through the bitch.
Stealth parkour through
Yeah,
the
well, so
bitch.
she can't because I'm like behind because she's like trying to pry the door open. Yeah, stealth parkour through the bitch. 12. I got it.
You got it.
Sweet.
She's gonna try to push herself
I'm gonna try
forward.
to hit her in the face.
I'd say you're. How do you get around her? Like, describe the thing.
So she's like, and I'm like,
Right to the pussy.
and I like roll, and then
One action at a time, my
well,
boy.
I just did the roll.
She's
Now
now gonna do the charge forward, and you're gonna do the swack.
Yeah.
Okay. Now she's like a beefy person.
I'm gonna try and like hit her hand so she like closes the door.
She's trying to.
Push the thing further.
No. She's trying to push herself further. Like, imagine she has the door open, but the door's fighting, so it's a thing where she's like, I have to be here to keep it from closing.
Yeah.
You go between her. She's like, oh, hell nah. And she's trying to dart forward quickly so that the door closes while she's like going
Trying to, like,
through.
hit her arm so she like doesn't have enough strength to hold it open and it like hits her.
I would say your like amount of time to react, she'd be actively coming forward by that time. You wouldn't have enough time to
Okay,
like,
fine.
bitch,
Then I
like,
won't. I'll just run.
Now my thing is, Aiden,
Yeah.
this is another thing where I'm telling you something, but you don't know it. So if you're like, my plan
You're
before
like,
that
dude,
point
so I like
is
turn
to
around
try
and I
and
see her like, and so then I'm like, fuck, and then I book it.
okay,
Cool.
that's a little bit better.
Cool.
It's just one of those things
Yeah.
where I'm like, yeah, like don't just read meta knowledge. Yeah.
Cool.
Okay. Well, you're just gonna outrun it.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's canon that she's the slowest person on the ship.
Yeah.
Okay.
So I'm like looking for, I'm like looking down halls to see which
Doors,
ones are closest.
but they're all like closed,
Yeah.
and they're all on
I
like
looked to
either
see if
side.
they have like names or anything.
Nope.
Nothing? Do any of them look distinct?
They all look about the same.
About the same.
Yeah.
I look all the way to the end of the hall.
At the end of the hall, there's like a single door.
Okay.
Like the very end of it.
Does it have any distinct markings or anything?
There is a code thing next to it.
What the fuck? Do any of the other ones have code things?
Yeah.
They all have code things.
They all have code.
I start going through and like smashing each one. Like hit it like I'm just
Now
swinging
that's
around.
gonna. She might catch you.
What?
If you're. Because it's a thing where, like.
How big is this hall?
Is the hall?
Yeah. Because
There are at least 30 doors between, like, you and that final thing. There's 15 doors on either side. And you gotta make sure the keypads aren't, like, super big.
Cool.
They're, like. So that's you making. Like, I gotta hit. I gotta hit. I gotta. It's, like, more precise than you think. And if you're trying to, like, break them, then you gotta make sure you, like, hit them hard. You can't just do a thing where you're like, I casually just swung it. You didn't even do that the first time you did it. So you can try to willy-nilly do it. I'm just saying it's gonna be like, you scraped one. There's one that you knocked the one key out. You know, like, it's not gonna be a thing where it's like, oh, you like masterfully
So then
broke
I
all
run
the
way,
thingies.
like, as fast as I can, so I make as much distance between she and I as possible. I go and like I strike the one that's all the way in the back really hard.
Okay, that's fair. And she's still coming. She may be halfway
So I
down
hit
the
it.
hall.
I hit it.
That one.
Did I do it?
Yeah, you can break that one. Yeah, that one's broken.
Do I get XP? Like,
Well, XP's from like rolls.
yeah, but I don't get to roll for them.
Well, You can if you want. Are you gonna use athleticism?
Yeah.
Sure.
Also, I wouldn't need it. I can just do a normal human.
Well, this is what I'm saying. Well, yeah, I guess, yeah. That's just less XP then.
But versus no XP?
Well, no. I'm just saying, like, are you gonna use athleticism? And
Yeah,
you're
I
like,
will.
no, it's
Well,
just like a normal. And I'm
I
like,
was
well,
like,
you
I
can
wouldn't
just
have
get
it.
less if
I
you want.
thought no, 5.
Okay, then you get 5 XP. There's like no resistance. It's just a keypad.
Sweet.
Yeah. She's about halfway down the hallway by that time.
Cool. I look for like the closest one next to me.
There's one immediately to your right and to your left.
I like try and smash both of those while like facing her, so I know how close she is.
3/4.
3/4.
She's 3/4 of the way.
Cool.
You probably have enough time to do one more thing.
One more thing in general.
Yeah.
Before she's like there.
Yeah.
Dope. I'm gonna try to like stealth the joke like through her to get through.
That seems significantly harder while she's running. Because before she was like, legs open. Oh, I'm holding a thing open. Her legs are now. She's running.
Okay, so
they're
not
in.
right through. I'm gonna be like,
Yeah.
wait. I'm gonna be
Who
like,
runs like that?
what?
Like, well, you were like not right through, and I was like, well, what were you imagining? Like, were you thinking? She's like, oh.
I don't know how big she is.
Big. She's big as fuck.
So then it's relative, because you could be like, I'm big as fuck, and a stance like this is like. So it really depends.
Running? Who running? What? Stop with that fake shit. Walk real quick normally. It's not a huge gap in between when you
But
walk.
if you're like a mantis person, there's like mantises are just like that. That's just their thing.
It's more of a face thing.
Okay. Cool. I'm gonna try to like go off the wall and like jump by her side, like parkour shit. By her side.
You're gonna try to run next to her?
No. Run like if it's a hallway, I'm gonna go to like one of the sides of the hallway and like push off with my foot and like dart, like use the extra momentum to like slither my way in between.
Okay. She's gonna try to put her arm out.
But she's slow as fuck.
But she's actively run. You're going from a not running position against her running position, looking at you, so she like sees what you're doing.
But she's 3/4 of the way there.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah. I'm just saying she has plenty of time to see you
And
trying
know
to
exactly
do.
what I'm gonna do. Because I'm gonna try and do the wall thing like right next to her. So I just.
So you're gonna wait until she gets really close?
So like, why the fuck would I do it this far away?
So that you shoot past as she's running past you.
Yeah, you go.
If you're like close enough to her, she's gonna try to grab you.
But I'd be
'Cause why
significantly
wouldn't
quicker
she?
Because she wouldn't realize. She'd be like, "Oh, what the fuck?"
What do you mean? It's a.
She'd be like trying to go like this, and then I'd be like, "You side." Because I'm like running straight at her, and then she's like, and then I'm like, off the wall shit.
Well, you gotta think about it like this. How has she grabbed you throughout this whole thing? That was for the shoulders. Yeah. It's like a hug thing, right?
Right.
If
so
she's
I'm
a
like-
big ass nigga
if
in
I'm
a
like-
hallway, she would try to.
Yeah.
You'd have to. I'm just saying you're gonna have to roll, but it's gonna be a challenge. It's the difference between you doing that, curl your neck under, and her like just scooping you.
Okay.
It's gonna be close. Like you're both gonna have modifiers that essentially just even out.
Exactly.
Well, if you're like, I'm using stealth parkour,
Yeah.
and she's like, I'm using like my big strong nigga shit.
But also it's slower and less agile.
Her slowness is more of a movement speed thing for like moving around. That's why you have such a big lead on her in this hallway. It's not as much like, oh, Starbucks cup. Oh, like, you know, yeah, she's taking no damage. She's like, yeah, like, what do you think?
I rolled.
Okay. What'd you get?
13.
What? Show me that bitch.
Maybe that is it.
Yeah, you got it. You slid under that arm.
Oh shit. 90 XP? Disney
Nice.
XD?
Man, I used to watch that. Bump, bump, bump.
Sweet. So yeah, I'm going to run to the other side of the hall. Is the door like broken open?
No, it had to. It like slammed shut.
like, slammed
Once
shut?
she like, yeah.
Cool. I'm gonna see if I can like get it open. Like sprinting fast. I'm gonna see if I can like. Also, is there a keypad on this side?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh wait.
Well, that's gonna be what you do when you arrive.
Yeah.
She's now gonna turn around,
Yeah.
coming back up that way.
Yeah.
Okay. Are you doing that for her?
No. I'm like sprinting all the way down the hall as fast as I can.
I know, but you had already made it to the other side.
Yeah.
And you were like, I break the keypad on the other side. Then I was like, she's gonna like run toward you. And I thought you were like teeing up her bat. Winzlow.
No.
Oh,
Hit
okay.
Hit the keypad.
You already did. Are you gonna roll? You wanna get free XP?
Yes.
It's a normal nigga feat. +0 with
3.
oh you failed.
Did I?
You hit like next to the pad.
Fuck. I'm gonna try it again. 3.
You have horrible accuracy trying to hit this pad.
5.
Wait, you get it. You hit the pad. That bitch is right behind you.
Oh,
you
no,
you were like, you were so focused. She's gonna go for that hug, my nigga. But remember,
Yeah.
you were doing the pad shit.
Yeah.
This is happening at the same time as what I'm
Hit the
saying.
pad.
You're like, yeah, oh. So,
Cool.
she's like bear hugging you. She's like, she like tightens up. She's like, not again. I'm gonna walk to the end of this hallway, and we're gonna leave.
Cool. How do you know where we are? You just said yourself you don't know how to get out of here.
I don't. She just stands there. She's like, you know what? Maybe would have known where to go.
That dead bitch.
That console, the one that you can ask questions.
Oh, maybe you should pry the door back open.
She's like, maybe you shouldn't just break shit.
It didn't stop you from prying the door open.
I don't trust you. What?
You don't
What
have
kind
to
of
trust me.
reaction is that?
If you don't do it or do another one, we're just in here.
Hold on. She lets go of you. She's like, we need Manta Ugly. Because without her, how are you going to transfer your funds to me? I picked you up early.
Yeah.
For the vents.
Let's find her. She'll
Okay.
do the transfer.
She's like, I won't let you fuck her up, though. Putting one hand on the shoulder. Okay. Let's go.
Let's go.
So she's like, what door do you want to try first?
The far one.
It's the one all the way up the...
Yeah.
Okay, let's walk.
Okay.
You guys are walking there. You want to do anything while you guys are heading down that corridor?
I was like, you mind if I just get some of these on the way?
She's like, please stop breaking them.
Why?
If you just figured out what the code was...
I didn't figure out what the code was.
But if you do...
They might be different.
Then if you just figure out the codes for each of them...
Figure out the codes for each of them.
Mm-hmm.
Thousands of possible combinations.
Mm-hmm.
She won't tell me.
She doesn't know.
No. I'm talking to Manta.
Oh, you're saying...
She won't tell me, yeah.
Yeah.
So
Just
it's
figure it
easier
out.
for me to break them.
Is it?
I attempt reverse engineering to see if I can figure out what the code should be.
What?
Yeah, by like looking at like the way that the number paths like set up.
What?
Yeah.
What? That doesn't even make sense.
So I'm like looking at it, right?
Aiden,
And I'm like, which things?
Aiden, imagine if you're like, I'm a reverse engineer, and
That's not a
someone's,
thing.
well, nigga, imagination. Rainbow, hold
You
on.
could just be an engineer and
Reverse engineer stuff.
Imagine you're
You're
a
a reverse engineer. So imagine you're a reverse engineer,
Cool.
and someone brings you an Xbox 360,
Right.
and they say, how do I beat Shao Kahn in the final level of Mortal Kombat 9? And they're like, all start getting to work on reverse engineering this
That's
Xbox
not-
360.
That's not the exact same
It
thing.
is!
It's not.
The device itself is like a keypad
You
with
can-
numbered
you
buttons.
Can be like, which buttons are more regularly pressed?
But that's
than the
not
others?
reverse engineering.
Yes, it is.
No, it isn't.
See how it works.
That doesn't mean you could know exactly how an
I
Xbox
wanna
360
see- I
works.
wanna
You don't know how
see
to
if I
be
can
Shao
Take
Kahn.
out the numbers so I can see if there are wires attached to each individual number.
Okay, so you want to make sure that all the numbers are hooked up.
I want to take out the individual numbers
Right.
and see if there's a wire on the back.
Okay.
Yeah.
Using the wrench?
Yes.
Okay. If you don't finesse it right, you're gonna...
Agility.
Are you using multiple things? And can you do that in this game?
You can't.
You can't?
Agility +1.
So, not using any, like, circuitry, the specific thing that's made for rearrange and, like, using
Yeah.
shit.
Circuit manipulation based in application. +4.
Is that the whole definition for it?
Circuit manipulation based
It's
in
an application.
Yeah.
Okay. You're probably gonna get it.
11.
11? Yeah, you got it. Yeah, they all have...
Buttons to open.
What?
So the way that it would work, thing would send one, and they go, thing would send another. You should do both things, both do.
Just actually say it. I know that you, like, tried to, like, kind of say it. Just actually explain. Keep in mind that I don't, like...
So if there's like, if it's a thing where there's like a wire attached to each button, then it'd mean that like you have to hit a certain number, but like a certain number of these have to activate in the right, like they have to, all these have to connect together. This circuit has to be completed in a specific way for it to give the override to open the door. So I'd be like, I'm trying to see like what wires I need to put together to create the circuit that's supposed to be created to open the door.
What if I give you this, like, shred of, like, wisdom? It's running like a software, and when you hit a button, it sends to the software that a key has been pressed representing a digit.
Right.
And then if you get all the numbers
But do you know
in the
what
right
software
order,
runs to?
software runs on like a hardware thing.
Which is what?
Like a...
What's the piece of hardware
What's the piece of hardware?
that software runs off of?
The
It's
software.
things that are similar. If I had it, yeah, to this, the microcontrollers.
Mm-hmm.
So these things, the way that they work is they're like, these are different pin ins and pin outs.
Mm-hmm.
When you connect them together, it counts as like a 1 or a 0. So what I'm doing is I'm like, there's just a limited number, so the thing can't be that big. So I'm going and trying them together to be like, oh, is it doing it? Is it doing it?
Wouldn't that be almost the equivalent of trying to do the button, like, what order do the buttons go in kind of thing that you were just doing before? Like, isn't this, like, the same kind of thing?
Not
Where it's like there are
necessarily,
as
'cause
many
I don't
combinations.
have to tell in what order they go. I'm doing just like a 1 is in there, yes. A 0 is in there, yeah. Like it doesn't even have to be the same size. Because if there are multiple 1s, then 1 is gonna get it. The wire for it, because it's like an activated switch. I'm like, as long so it's just down to 10, and as long as I combine them in the right way.
I still don't understand the logic of how it works. You're like, because what's the difference between you touching the wire and hitting the button?
Hitting the button would be like, it's for like a fraction of a second. So you have to hit it like 5 times in order for this thing to open. But if I'm like, there's just, because I'm connecting multiple of them together, whichever one's like the open one, I'm running electricity through the whole thing. It may be like, you need to hit this 5 times or in this specific number combination to allow electricity to run through. But I'm like, whichever one is the one you're supposed to hit first, electricity should be primed at that. So then whenever you hit another one, it runs through the other one. I'm just going to get the wires and put them together so that it should run to the direct path no matter what the actual correct combination is.
I guess I just don't fully understand how that works.
It all has to, like, you can't do a thing unless there's electricity running to it.
Mm-hmm.
So this number pad has to work off of a system that completes an electric circuit. So I'm saying I'm going to short the wires so the electric circuit is completed.
What? So the button end of the wires, you're touching together.
Yeah.
And you're like, by doing that, it somehow tricks
It
the
doesn't trick it.
hardware.
It doesn't trick it. Hardware run. So these microcontrollers
Mm-hmm.
are semiconductors, which means that if you have them in a certain way, they'll be like, that's considered the off switch. This is like a whole bunch of different switches put together. This is considered the off switch. So there's a certain amount of voltage that needs to go through here for it to be considered an on switch. And each of these have a division of that amount of voltage. So if I put it over each other right, I should add to the number of voltage, which would lead to an on. Once that on action is given, I do the thing I'm supposed to, which in this case would be open the door. So I'm like, I don't know which one has the voltage going to it, or which combination have the voltage going to them. But if I just go, then they should have voltage.
But I guess I feel like that's like a oversimplified like thing. Like if there's like a software backend, right?
Right.
And the idea is that, let's say there's like a computer terminal with like DOS or something.
Right.
And every time you hit one of the buttons, it goes to the software and like a digit pops up on the screen.
Yes.
And when 5 digits are inputted,
Right.
it just automatically goes either like, this is the right
So,
5
yeah,
digits.
which would be on or off. That on or off equates to a certain amount of voltage. That certain amount of voltage would then be okay to be sent to the thing, the motor, which in this case would be what would open the door.
But you have to have the code part to get the okay
What
part.
the code does, what the okay is a
Right.
certain amount of voltage.
Right.
What I'm saying is, all these things are parcels of voltage, or potential to have. It's either it has voltage or it doesn't. The right pins have voltage. The wrong pins do not. I'm just like, all the pins. Some have voltage. It'll eventually give the okay.
Couldn't you
I'm
des-
overriding the software.
couldn't you design it in such a way to where people couldn't do that?
Not really. The way you design it to do that is so that people can't get to the wiring. But you just said there's wires on the back of the thing.
So you feel like there's no way to make it where if you just put all the shits together, it's the right voltage.
Yeah, because it's a circuit. Like, if I'm like, there's this circuit and then there's a motor attached to it, if I can just see the open circuit, I'm like, oh, I can just run the power wires directly
To the motor and
Yeah.
then like get it to open. What if there's like another component?
Right.
Like what if the
If there's a
keypad
thing.
talks to something that's like on a back
It'd
end
be that
and then that
microcontroller.
talks to another thing that opens the door?
It'd be the thing that it'd have to send out, whatever's the yes or no, is a voltage. I'm saying I want to choose all the pins and put them together because one of them has to have the voltage, at least one, and send it through. It has to be able to get that okay. If none of the pins have the voltage going to them, none of them would be able to give the okay. so it wouldn't work.
What if it was a thing where, for each one you
It's
hit,
just weird because we're talking about the
I
semantics
know,
of
but it's
things.
a thing where this has happened in literally whatever before, where it's like this is just something I don't fully understand, so I'm trying to like understand where you're coming from, but then in my mind I'm like, does it inherently have to like be that
There's
way
also
to
just
where
a
like how
thing
it
of my
works?
power where I'm I can explain it to you, but it's just a thing of my power where I'm like,
But
I
I
should
mean,
be able to do that.
it's just a thing where I'm like, but that only works if it's designed the way that you think, and I'm like, if I
But
can
any
understand
other
where you're
way,
coming from.
what I'm saying is, you can't get out like the thing that runs software as of today, unless it's like there's a completely new way to run software, in which case it probably wouldn't have wires. If it's running wires to the thing, what wires mean like sending power. This thing is like I can, depending on which ones are on and off, I will send power through the whole thing or not. Sending power through the whole thing would be an on, which would be a yes. However, if I say some of these have it and some of them don't, and I need to get this thing to move through, I just short it. I just take them all and put them all together. And it'll just override it and send it straight through. The software component of that is being like, let me figure out which ones have the right thing, and I'm going, no. I'm just going to use all of them.
I guess that's still really weird to me. Like I don't it's still like something that I'm trying to wrap my head around. Cuz the software guy, couldn't you change what the code is without changing anything about the hardware?
Sure. But
Then
what I'm
why
saying
is
is
it
the
that the
hardware is
pins
simpler. Because essentially, the pins are saying, if you're like, I want to change what the code is, you're saying, I want to make this one off and this one on, and this one off and this one on. When it was, this one was on and this one was off and this one was on and this one was off. What I'm saying is, if it has the sum total of those voltages, it'll just work. So no matter what, if I combine all of them together, it will work.
regardless of what the code
Because I'm
is?
using all of them, yes. Because either on or off or on or off.
Hmm. That seems really lame.
Yeah,
That they like work like that.
there were really
It just
big
seems like there's
flaws
like a easier, not necessarily an easier, but it just seems like there should be a way
of
for that to
hard
just
defense.
not be the case.
You don't let people get to the hardware. You design your system where it's hard as fuck to break that open and pry it apart. Or you make it so sensitive that if you do, like there are wires sometimes that are like crazy thin. So it's like, oh, if you did, oh, it's just broken now.
Mm.
But I got it. I did it, like all the wires, so I can just do it.
Okay. Sure.
Dope. So I got it. Dope. Did the door?
Yeah.
Dope.
Okay. Inside is like toilet paper.
Just the whole thing.
It look there could be stuff behind it. It's like a lot of toilet paper. So if you like move it, like it's not on shelves, it's like stacked up.
I
If you move,
looked
there might
in
be
my
stuff.
bag to see if I have a multimeter.
A multimeter?
Yeah.
Uh, no.
No? Fuck. Okay. I'm gonna go and try it to the door that's all the way in the back. Is that the one that we had tried?
Um, fuck yeah,
Yeah. Okay, so that's the one with toilet paper in it?
yeah.
Go to the next door and do the same thing.
Okay.
9.
9. Yeah, you got it.
Sweet. Do it
Okay. Wait, that was you doing it, right? Like getting through and making it like open.
again. Yeah, yeah.
Yeah. Okay.
So what happened?
Okay. That one, you see the swarm of like drones or whatever, but you also see balls like bouncing around on like yellow and orange dust or whatever. It's like outside the ship.
So it's just open?
Yeah, it's outside, but there's like a swarm of like mantis's drones.
I'm like, oh, so Mantis must just be out. She left the ship. Cool. Are they gonna kill me? Are they attacking me?
I mean, without her there,
Yeah.
they seem to be like hovering, waiting.
Oh.
They don't necessarily seem to, but you don't know. Like you don't know what will happen if you do try to move.
I'm like, hey, can you walk in front of me?
Um, she then like looks out and she's like, something's going on.
Yeah, the ball things are out there. Mantis probably left the ship. If I walk through and they recognize that it's me, they'll definitely kill me. If you walk through, maybe not.
Hmm. She's like, it would probably be in our best interest for neither of us to walk through.
But you said you wanted me to leave. I'm happy leaving.
You want to leave.
Okay, so if I walk out, are you still gonna protect me? Because otherwise you'll be on the ship by yourself if I die and Manta somehow died on the surface.
So she's like, I would try to pull you in if they tried to attack you. But it could be set for if either one of us leaves,
Cool, I'm going.
you're gonna like try to like go out.
Yeah.
The drones like they like seize, and there's like a red light that glows on each drone
How
as
many
you like
drones are
even
there?
begin to move.
How many drones are there?
Probably like a cloud of like well, that's hard. You're like Rain Man, like how are you? There's a lot. It's not a thing where you could just look unless you like
Because
stood
the
there
last
for a
time you were
second.
like, there's like 30.
It's definitely more than 30.
Okay.
You're gonna try to like,
Hit him? Yeah.
well, hold on. I was describing what happens as soon as it seems like you're going to move out of the space.
Yeah.
The drones, right?
Mm-hmm.
They like see you move, and that's when they do the seize thing where they're no longer like free floating,
Yeah.
and they all have like red lights on them.
Yeah.
That's just from like initial movement. You haven't walked out yet.
Yes. Okay, wait, hold on.
Yeah.
Are there still drones on the floor in the thing?
Um, the drones that would be on the floor would be inside of that like original room
Yeah.
you were in.
Dope. Going back to the original room.
Yeah, and then you gotta do the check.
12.
12? Yeah.
Sweet. Ooh, shit. Let me add these. I'm gonna add these.
You haven't had these. You gotta have these.
Oh, shit. I just got 111, so I'm gonna do my thing real quick.
Oh, okay. Yeah, what level up are you gonna do? Also,
It's 901.
it's 901. Do the level up,
Mm-hmm.
and then that'll just be it.
Um, oh, I wanted to do one thing. I wanted to see if I could get it. Can I try the one thing I was gonna do? What the fuck?
We set, these are like time budgets. That's what schedules are, yeah.
Alright. I guess I'll do reverse engineering level 2.
Yeah. Well, hold on. Didn't you say the first level's like 100? Then the second for something would be
Oh,
like
you're right.
200. Yeah, you can't go up to level 3 on that.
You're right. So I guess I'll do stealth parkour level 2.
Okay. One thing, like if I could have recommended anything,
Mm-hmm.
I think if you had a parkour that was good for timing when to do stuff, it would be really nice. Like if you're like, it's a parkour skill and it's based on I can time when I should go to avoid other shit. Like kind of like imagine you're like on one side of the road and you're trying to get to the other,
Mm-hmm.
and there are cars like driving at like different speeds and rates like across two different like lanes of traffic. You could be like, based on how fast these vehicles and shit are going, I can estimate when's the safest time for me to go where I'm like least likely to get hit by a car. In combat situations, you seem to want to be able to use parkour in a similar way.
Yeah.
Like, if someone's like trying to like grab me, and then there's another person trying to like get to like a button, how can I time it to where I avoid the grab and I like stop the person at the button?
But it also has to be based on like parkour, so that'd be interesting. Because I feel like that'd be a perception.
But it would be specifically. Well, I understand what you
Timing
mean.
is like perception.
That is perception. That's interesting. So, if you wanted to have a skill like that,
I'd be like up above
you
perception.
would you have to be like perception, and then the next skill is like Because if you wanted that specific park or
Perception
perception,
wouldn't be a skill, it'd be a trait.
right?
That could be like trait, skill, specialty.
Yeah, what would that breakdown be if you wanted park or where you can
It
time
wouldn't be
exactly
parkour.
when to? I guess it
Parkour
wouldn't
is an
be.
agility thing.
You're right.
It'd be like parkour. Fuck. Not parkour. I'd be like
Perception.
perception. Let me see. I'd probably be like perception, environment sensitivity, timing, and then um, timing actions under quick circumstances, or timing actions and reactions under quick circumstances, under reflexive something.
Is that like the final branch?
Yeah.
I guess. Yeah. What did you think?
Liked it.
You liked it?
Yeah.
Out of 10, hit me up.
Like 7.
What are things that you feel like need to be worked on?
So I interacted with like 2 people with it. It's also weird to be like. I definitely get that there are like limits to shit that you can do in the game. To me, it's weird that it's like you're in this pre-controlled environment.
Like somebody.
Has like already defined what you can and can't do.
Well, as long as you can like get past her, you can kind of do
But
whatever.
then it's like you have to spend at least your foot like trying to just
Like
escape.
just trying to get through
Yeah.
it.
It's weird to like be like, and starting out, obstacle, big obstacle.
Mm.
I feel like I'd like to, in my opinion, I feel like I'd want a thing where it's like, you're like trying to go and figure something out that you wanted to do. Like kind of, not blank world, but like, nobody's fucking with you world, kind of do whatever, you're at your place, whatever. And then you're like, oh wow, there's a thing that I want. Or maybe there's like a news thing and you're like, I want to go check that out. And it's like, wow, you kind of got yourself into a weird circumstance. Not just like thrown into it to begin with.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, I guess that was part of when I was like on the phone. I was like, so what's like the setting? And you're like, whatever you want.
Yeah.
And then you were like, if you want to like throw me in like some caveman shit, that's totally fun. And I was like, that seems like it's like oppositional if you're like circuitry.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So it seemed like oppositional settings were like, okay.
Yeah.
Well, I wasn't sure. So
No,
you're like,
I'm like, that's not off limits. Like what you did is perfectly fine.
you're just like, it's probably not good for like
I'm saying my preference.
Oh, okay.
Some other people might be like, that's great. I love like a linear like storyline and like direction for motives and things.
Well,
And
I
some
don't think
people-
it's linear necessarily. It's just
But,
there are
like-
characters who want things that don't agree with what you want.
I guess. I feel like some people might enjoy starting out from a compromised position, whereas I personally wouldn't.
Oh, yeah, that's understandable.
Yeah.
What are other things that you feel like need to be worked on or weren't necessarily clear?
Hmm. I guess I'm interested in like I don't know. I think part of it is like the game, the way that it was designed, not like the rules, but the story or the world, and then combined with the things that um, the things that I created. I feel like they did kind of butt heads a little bit. My question. If my planet's just not there anymore, does that mean my home's like fucked?
Mantis Ugly doesn't really know what happened to your planet. It may exist somewhere, but as far as Mantis Ugly is concerned, it's not where it was before.
guess I wonder where she got. Because I think that's my big thing. It would be weird if it's like, I guess that would be a criticism. Um, if it was a thing where it's like you can just never get back there, then I'd be like, so then the home thing is kind of pointless.
Mm.
Yeah, I guess it'd be like starting out in Jank Heroes and being like, design your vehicle, and then it's like, it blew up.
You don't have it.
Yeah.
You could technically do a Jank Heroes thing where you start off, and it's like it's in the shop, like it's not ready. It was like recently broken, or it's stolen. Like a villain got it, like last week, and it would be like, and you're like you don't know where it is. For me right now, it's more of you don't know where it is.
Right.
And based on what she said, it may not be anywhere, but you don't really know. Like it's too early to be like, I guess it just isn't anywhere.
I was just surprised with her reactions, I guess, because I was like, so is it blown up? And she's like, no.
Well, she was like, what? Like blown up is a very specific thing.
Well, what
That's
the
like if
happens
someone
to
was.
planets?
Well, imagine if you were like, yo, I can't find my wallet, and someone's like, did it blow up? And it's like, what? Like I don't.
But there are many more things that can happen
Come to a wallet.
than blow up. There aren't many more things that can happen to planets.
Maybe there are more things that could happen to planets,
No, they could be crushed,
or
blown up.
or you can just keep making up things. It's not that hard.
What?
What?
That wouldn't fall into the category of crushed
Or blown up. Pulled by like gravity.
Pulled.
That's not necessarily crushed or blown
It's also
up.
not like something that happened. Like, it's not like, oh, your planet's fucked. It got pulled.
It got pulled. Well, if it's not where it was supposed to, it could get fucked. It messes with the whole like cycle of the planet.
But it's not the planet. The planet just changes. You could be like your civilization is fucked, but the planet is like the
Well,
mass.
But imagine if it got pulled somewhere else.
Yeah, but that didn't fuck the planet.
But if no one knows where it is, it's like, where did I come from? And it's like it's not there.
I feel like that's a weird thing to just happen.
You gotta learn what happened,
Well, no,
and that
I
doesn't
mean-
mean it got pulled. But I'm just saying, like,
Yeah,
yeah, like,
I respect it. I just think I'd be thrown if I was like a galactic civilization, and then it's like, oh, what happened to that thing? I don't know. It's just fucking gone.
yeah,
Where'd it go? We have telescopes. We have spaceships. It's fucking gone.
we don't know what happened.
What?
We don't know what happened.
How does a whole play?
I'm
like,
man
that's
to
like-
ugly. I don't.
That's like if oh man. That's like if you were like, hey, um, here's some um, here's some money. Watch my dog for me. That.
We're not
Come
paying
back.
them to
No, no, no,
watch
no,
that
no.
early.
I come back. Hey, where's my house? Oh, it's fucking gone. What?
Did it blow up? What? Why would it? That's so
There's not a
specific.
ton that can happen to houses.
Someone could have dismantled your whole house,
You
taken
would've
all
seen that.
the
You would have seen it.
Not if I'm bad at watching.
I closed my eyes. I knocked myself out.
Let me read the chat. This is the end, where you read the chat.
It's 9:30.
You're the one who went longer. You were like, I gotta level up. So John Mason said, Nick, what's up? About to take my nap soon, just checking in. He said, oh shoot, sorry, my bad. Then Kel said, heyo. Beth said, okay guys, so I'm wanting to design a game based around killing off people that wronged me as a catharsis. That's really dark. For my ongoing internal trust issues. That's still really dark. If y'all have any people that wronged you, feel free to mention them so they can be brutally killed off in the game. Gosh, that is incredibly dark.
I just imagine it is incredibly dark. I imagine it's like a card game, and you're like, here's Timmy, he's a piece of shit. Timmy gets -4 to everything. Well, fuck you. Dennis gets -16 to. It's like
He's
you're trying
worst.
to lose. Yeah. He's like, I hope all my guys get knocked out before all you.
Like your
Yo,
guys.
fuck you.
Here's Brandon. He always puts Kool-Aid in the water cooler because he thinks it's funny. But Nancy has a legitimate fruit allergy.
I get a combo death for both of them.
But Nancy's not a good person.
You're like trying to get rid of your people as quick as
It's
as
like
possible.
Uno with assholes.
You're like, yeah, you're like, if I combine these in the right, everyone's dead. Uno for assholes. That'd be a good game.
Yeah. I want you to be here for the They might be crazy like that.
Yeah, I'll be right back.
Okay. I'll see you when you get back.
No,
What? No.
I'm just gonna go get applesauce. Please keep going.
What? Muscle Mans? And get that applesauce. Manto's lost a good bit of health. So you didn't get Manta down to half, but you got kind of close.
This
You got a pee? Aiden. Just pee first. No, then you go back. But let's just pee. Just do it quickly. It's not gonna be another hour. It's not gonna be an hour. I'm waiting on Aiden to read more of the live chat so that he can gain an appreciation for the live chat. The last message that we read is Beth's message about the game about like killing people off. That is really intense. I'm actually very surprised that that's like the game. I know that she wanted to do a catharsis thing. The killing people off thing is like really crazy. There's a video game called Hatred that has like a really dark concept, and that's what this reminded me of. It was a very controversial game, but it was about someone who more or less just went out and just like killed people. It was a crazy game. So I was commenting on how her game reminded me of like Hatred.
Yeah.
It was a game about a guy who just walks out of his house and just shoot. Well, it's not even a school shooter. He just was like just shoot. Just anybody shooter. But that's a really dark game, and the fact that she wants to include like real people, I think, is the weird part. That's like even more like direct.
You can look these characters up on Facebook.
Beth said, "Is this allowed?" Question mark.
Technically, yeah.
Beth said, "When is the end?" Like
Yesterday.
When we were gonna finish. She said, "I dislike the rule about chats not related to the game, because even if y'all don't read it, I still want to talk to people. Can I have an ETA of the end so I will know when you read the comments?" Beth then said, "Fill me in, please, on what has been happening. I care for you a lot." Thank you, Beth. I appreciate it. Beth said, "Also, sorry for asking too much again." And then she said, "And tell me more about the characters in the game." About like this game or like your game, like the brutal thing. I don't know which one to go. Aiden, how would you describe the characters in the game of like what we just did?
interesting. I think it was weird because it was sci-fi, but it kind of wasn't. Like it was an interesting blend of stuff. The characters, two mantis people and me.
Yeah. What did you think of the Mantis people? Like, individually?
I didn't understand why one had a very diverse personality and the other was like, no, I don't, but I really do.
No, I don't, but I really do.
Yeah, she's like, I used to stare at walls and like eat shit, and then she's like, but I want money and I like protect people. I'm like, this is a very wide, like developed personality for just not having experienced anything.
Um, Not to go, like, too meta, but I feel like the concept is that she went from not really having a purpose to, like, being given one and deciding that she likes it, but then also realizing that she doesn't really like the concept of people being hurt unnecessarily.
But she also seemed to like know hypotheticals in advance, despite the fact that she hadn't been in anything similar.
Mm. Like how it was like the drones might
Well,
like
and
be
also like
targeted for
you
us.
might do these things because this, and it's like, well, you,
It
how
seems
would
like
you
you.
have known?
Well, I feel like she can only go off of like previous experience, and it just seems like you have done shit where you're like,
Because she
I'm
didn't have
gonna do
much
this.
experience of other things in the world. Like,
What if she's like from her background?
yeah,
Like, I haven't really been exposed to much, but that doesn't mean I'm not a quick learner. Like, what if it's a thing where it's like I'm picking up on this shit like pretty
so
quick?
then she is really smart.
We don't know.
Cool.
Yeah. And what did you think of Manta Ugly?
I don't like it. Why'd you make the ugly one also go bad?
What?
She had slaves.
I'm sure there's someone out there who would think that Manta Beauty is the bad guy. Because you're always like, I don't think of things as good and bad, and it's all about perspective, and you know,
Thank you.
yeah. Okay. I'm putting that argument to the test.
Yeah.
At what perspective could someone think Manta Beauty is in the wrong?
If they're like person owned slaves needs to die, preventing assisting life of slave owner wrong. Even more wrong than the slave owner because the slave owner is like, I think this is right.
Mm-hmm.
And this is just what I think, this is my perspective. She's like, I'm a third party and I like can
I'm
pick
picking a side and picking the slave owner.
Yeah.
um,
It's like reading a history book and be like, you know what the Nazis?
Dozer then gave us $1 and said Nick just stole $1 from me. I was really surprised by that. Thank you, Dozer. Yeah, just money. Yeah. Um, let's see. Kel said, "I'll grab her and drag her with us." He quoted, like, yeah, and put a smiley face. And then he said, "Is this a safe for work game?"
Yes.
Lol. Kel said, "I know you'll answer this at the end, but I'd like you to answer my 3 questions from the OC battle comment video. I mean, video comment or whatever." His questions are, how do we decide whose OC goes against whose? I'm gonna have everybody's OC go against everybody else's OC at least once. Did you say what if there's like 8 million people? We'll try to get through as many as we can. I'd be surprised if we got that many people. Kel said, can someone use the same OC in multiple fights? Like I said, we're gonna try to get everybody against everybody at least once.
What if it was like a bracket thing? That'd be cool.
Yeah, we could do like a tournament. We can do like all of these ideas. Because the way that it works is the who would wins doesn't mean that they have to actually fight and get eliminated.
Yeah.
It's more of like a discussion. Then, like, if they were put in a story, we could have them like actually fight. But the discussions themselves don't eliminate.
If it was a like thing, like if it is a tournament, so it's like you have this discussion. All right, this person won. Do next round all the way to the top. Who like wins out of it?
Yeah, I mean, we could definitely do that. The tournament, I'm saying, doesn't have to then like be instantly canon. Like, we could be like, oh, we did that tournament, this is the winner of that tournament, but that doesn't mean that everybody who lost died or anything
This is
like
what
that.
drones sound like.
And then question 3. Do we make up a random scenario for two OCs to fight in every battle?
Yes.
Or are all the battles happening in like a multiversal tournament type deal? I'm gonna say
And that's East Appleton.
that both can be true.
Right.
Like, we can have a reason for why they're fighting,
And the
and we
reason
can discuss
can be-
that. Yeah, and we can also do like the tournament thing. All these ideas are applicable because we don't have to be like, and this is the only way. You know, we can do all of those things. And don't worry, I'll also answer your questions like in a comment eventually. Not right now. Beth said, feeling super down and need to talk ASAP. Not gonna go into detail. I hate to do this to you, but I'm on the verge of a breakdown. I'll hit you up, Beth. I'm sorry to hear that. Yeah. Kel said, Tiger, if you want, I'm here to talk. Kel said, Jet's not gonna read the chat until the end. Then Kel said, guess he left. It's a she. That's Beth. Hope he feels better. It's a she. That's Beth. Beth said, Tiger. Beth said, thank you. It's just like I'm feeling super depressed right now, which is kind of unusual for me. I'm sorry to hear that. It's been about 3 hours, like the length of like a movie kind of thing. I'll hit you up. Then Beth said, like on the verge of tears breakdown. That bad, all caps. Then Beth said, probably should not, all caps, drink alcohol when I'm already feeling down. Probably not. Not a good idea. Then Beth said, hey Jet, can we please talk privately when you're done? I'm feeling kinda bad mental health wise. Wouldn't ask this of you just to get your attention. It's kinda real. Kinda real is
Kinda
weird
real.
phrasing. Yes. Wouldn't do this for attention.
I have a gun.
It's
Kinda real.
it's kinda real. I think that's an odd phrasing. And then Beth said, no reading comments about my mental health though. Like, oh, why would you put that as the last one? That's the last comment. How would I ever? There's no way to know. Uh, that should have been the first comment. Well, thank you all for watching.
Oh my god. That's funny.
Thank you all for watching. If you like this video, make sure to smash that like button, favorite, comment, subscribe, and ding ding ding, ring that notification bell to be notified whenever we do these live streams. This is your host, your friend, your boy, Jet Black the One Only, here with
What was that?
logging out.